Yes, we're back. It's been a minute, but it's time to rock and roll with your boys, the Decibel Geek Podcast, bringing it back once again. Friday Night Live. All right. Where's the cheering crowd effects? I said, all right.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. That better?
Oh, yeah. There's one thing in this world I can count on. It's Kevin Williams to help us out. So tonight, the three of us are going to be hanging out. Oh, I got to turn on my comments here. Yeah, so I can see who's all hanging out with us. And, Merry Christmas, everybody. Whichever holiday you are celebrating this time of year, I hope it was an awesome one. We got New Year's Eve right around the corner, breaking into a brand new year of 2023. This is officially the last Friday Night Live of 2022.
Yep, we did 4 this year?
Somewhere around in there, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kevin's got like these tracking lines going on his video. It's like I feel like I'm watching a VHS tape when I look at you.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't do it old school like I do? I'm running this through my VHS right now.
Nice.
It's truly old school. I like the Exit In shirt. That's cool.
I got it right before they closed.
Well, and I guess they're reopening now for with another owner. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay, cool.
well, that's good.
So Warren Edward LaRue Baker said ready for 72 seasons. So yeah, if you don't know, we put out Metallica Best and Worst Part 2 today, and that was a lot of fun to record with Josh Toomey. A lot more laughs in Part 2 than Part 1.
Yeah, for sure. A little bit tougher sledding on this one. Like I said, the first one, it's less. What a great idea, Through the Black Album, no problem. A whole lot of fun. Don't even need to really go back and listen to them because I know them all so well. And then it's like we're celebrating. That episode turned out great. Metal Mike was super cool. He came on and helped us out. And and then it's like, okay, great. Now what? Oh, shit. We got to do part 2. Oh, no. Some of these I got to actually break back out and listen to again because a lot of them listened to maybe when they first came out, but hadn't gone back to it in a long time. But found some stuff in there that I think, sometimes as you grow and you get older, your tastes change a little bit. You become a little more open to things. And I think I found some Metallica in that part 2 that we did that I had written off that I thought, you know what, I should be listening to this stuff a little more often.
Lulu?
Yeah, especially Lulu.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, Aaron didn't even bother listening back to Lulu. And I made sure that I put 2 different clips of Lulu songs in there, so he has to listen to some of it.
Oh, man.
Brutal.
Pantheon is not going to like that when our ratings bottom out when people get to that section.
Craig Broderick checking in from Australia. Updates on the next Kiss Off the Soundboard. Really, I haven't heard anything. I don't know if they're going to do any more of those.
There's money to be made. I'm sure they'll do more.
Yeah,
well,
of course.
The thing is like it's soundboard recordings and all, but it's made to look like bootleg. So it's like with the cardboard wrapper and stuff. But honestly, if you go on, from what I've heard, Godfather Records, they do like unofficial bootleg stuff, and it's way better packaging than what Kiss puts out. So you're probably better off going through them.
Because that's always the cool thing about Kiss is the album covers 9 times out of 10 are always kick ass, especially when you think of like the live albums, Live 1, Live 2, super cool looking. Spend a little time, get a couple of still photos from that show and make a cool album cover instead of just the, run of the mill Pearl Jam live album.
Exactly. They copied Pearl Jam from the 90s, right?
Totally.
Like, why would Kiss do that? It makes sense for Pearl Jam. It doesn't make any sense for Kiss. They're a visual band.
Right.
25 years later, following a trend, that sounds like Kiss to me.
It does sound like something they would do. Yes.
Ron Diebert, I only like Kiss. I'm sorry for you, Ron. I like Kiss.
There's at least 2 other bands.
Yeah. The leaks from the Creatures of the Night tour were great, but Vinny's solos at times, especially the Rockford, Illinois tracks. He definitely hadn't gotten his solos down at that point. They're pretty rough.
I haven't had a chance to check those out yet. Is
The
it
next
worth
box set will
purchase?
be Wicked Lester. I
Oh,
think you probably they're not going to put a Wicked Lester box set out. There's no way.
because then they'd have to share the money with the other guys in the band, and they're not going to share money with nobody.
They have to pay the saxophone guy, the flute guy.
Okay.
Yeah, because before there was Soul Station, there was Wicked Lester with all the horns and stuff. Well, Facebook user was at the Rockford show. Whoever you are, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah, so well, yeah, Kevin from In Obscuria podcast, if you don't know, does a great job on his show. Comes out every Friday, and Kevin will be joining us in Nashville in March for Rock and Pod. Excited to hang out with you again, my friend.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're already starting to pimp it on the show, so we're getting excited.
Nice.
Sweet.
Will there be potted meat being brought again this time?
So we're trying to come up with something different this time than the deviled ham. So right now it's looking like we might have some Irish whiskey nuts.
All right. Okay.
Don't ask.
Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with alcohol. Well, I mean, I guess Alan Tate kind of threw down the gauntlet last time with that high dollar whiskey that he brought that he was giving everybody.
Yeah, I don't remember that part of the evening.
No. Too funny. All right. Well, I do want to. I don't mean to take things down a little bit, but I heard some sobering news today. Actually, right before we went live today, Bob Nalbandian passed away today. Which, if you don't know who Bob Nalbandian is, very, very important person in our world, in the podcasting world, but also in the rock and metal world. Was a big part of the early scene with, especially the thrash groups like Armored Saint, Metallica in the early days. Worked in the record industry, worked for Roadrunner, did a lot of stuff, but also in the podcasting world, did like one of the very first rock podcasts with the Shockwave Skull sessions. And then, of course, later on, recently did the Inside LA Metal documentary series that he had been pushing, which are amazing. I think you can watch them all on Amazon too. But just a super nice guy, somebody that I went to for advice, especially early on with Decibel Geek. And he had some very legendary appearances on the Classic Metal Show with Chris Aiken and Neely over the years. And just a super nice guy. I actually had invited him to Rock and Pod a couple of months ago, and he told me he was dealing with some health stuff, but I didn't realize how bad it was. So, but I just found out right before we went live that he had passed. And I just want to take a quick moment and raise a beer to Bob Nalbandian and kind of do a quick moment of silence for the guy, because Bob, you're going to be missed, man. Gone way too soon. Cheers. But yeah, I was not expecting to see that before we went live today.
Sucks.
Yeah, good guy.
I just watched the Inside Metal Pioneers of LA Metal this week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just watched that, and then I used it for part of a show that we have coming up about the early LA scene. So yeah, great documentary.
He was such a good guy, and believed in the music. Always believed in trying to, kind of get the voice out there for stuff, even in the years in the '90s when metal wasn't really looked upon that well. So, I still can't kind of can't believe that it happened. I literally learned like 10 minutes before we went live. So I'm still kind of digesting it, but still got a show to do. Thank you guys that are watching for being a part of this. And Aaron and I just kind of decided last minute to do this tonight. We hadn't been able to do a live stream in a while, and it's like, let's kick back, have a few drinks. And then I was like, saw Kevin was online. I'm like, hey, you want to come on the show and talk? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So don't really have a super big plan. I do have a double bracket we're going to do today. Because
double bracket.
Yes, what we're going to do is we're going to do one bracket. Then we're going to take the winner of that. We're going to do another bracket, take the winner of that, and then we're going to pit the winners against each other.
Wow. Okay. Serious shit going on today live.
I didn't want to cut stuff down, so I'm like, screw it. I've got enough to have 16 picks of each thing, so no problem.
Okay. Wow. Awesome. Hope everybody's in for that.
Does anyone have...
There's my Aunt Pam. Happy New Year, Wisconsin.
She looks like a superhero in her picture.
Hey, Aunt Pam.
Yeah, I've mentioned my Aunt Pam many times over the years on the Decibel Geek podcast. She had Kiss's Double Platinum, which was the first Kiss record I ever heard, was at my grandma's house. It was her record. She had the Van Halen, she had the Pink Floyd, she had all kinds of cool stuff. And I would, was a lucky recipient to be able to listen to all that stuff all the time growing up.
Now,
So
was
she
Aunt
and your Uncle
Pam-
Bruce are to blame.
Yeah. Was she married to Uncle Bruce?
No. So
Different
my
name.
Pam is my mom's sister, and my Uncle Bruce is my dad's brother.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I was lucky on both sides. Uncle Bruce had a massive collection, but Aunt Pam didn't have a lot, but what she had was always good. I remember sitting and listening to Nazareth, Hair of the Dog, and being so little, thinking that like they were Muppets or something, and that the dog mountains on the front of the album cover were the things that were this band, So I would like imagine these things. Now you're messy, you know what I mean? So little you listen to this stuff and have nobody to explain to me what the hell I'm even hearing, Loved it.
What? And I love their last name is Shots.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Uncle Paul, he's a rock and roller too.
Yeah, I saw a graphic today that said it was like the drunkest counties in America, and like of like the top 50, but only 9 were not in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Here's Wisconsin.
But Kevin, well, so what's going on in your world? How are things going with the show and with music and everything?
Yeah, doing really well. In Obscuria, like you said, comes out every Friday, and we've not really taken any breaks. Like we usually take a couple breaks a year, but we didn't really take any last year. We just kept going. My co-host Robert is he's I don't know how to explain him. He does a little bit of everything. So he can build anything. He's a sculptor. He makes all these crazy metal sculptures, and so what he brings to the show is kind of non-musical in a way. He has all these stories about all these crazy things he does and makes, and so our show is based on obscure rock and punk and metal. We try to cover the whole spectrum, and basically I just bring stuff in. Robert never has an idea what we're going to talk about. I spring it on him, he reacts to it, and then he starts going down various rabbit holes with whatever he's making or whatever he's gotten into. He gets into a lot of trouble, so we always have good stories with him. Like, I mean, who builds a tiny fire truck and then drives it and almost gets pulled over by the cops? Like, that's stuff he does. He literally bought some tractor that they used at a golf course. He turns it into a fire truck with lights and everything, working lights, which by the way is illegal. And then he drives it on the streets in Atlanta, Georgia, next to cop cars, just to see if he'll get noticed or not. Like, this is the kind of stuff he does. So we always have something crazy going on. And then we actually record at his house, which is an old firehouse that he's restored. So he's got the fire pole.
No kidding.
And he has a speakeasy. We record in the speakeasy. You go through a bookshelf like Batman, and that's where we record. So
Jesus,
he's just a unique dude, man.
That's
Next
awesome.
time you guys are in Atlanta, we'll have to have you over.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, Kevin's recording, the background is not a fake background. That's really his man cave. And Aaron and I had the pleasure of staying at that man cave a couple of years ago. And I was like thinking, well, nobody can top where Kevin stays, but now you tell me your co-host has like a fucking firehouse. I think he topped you.
Half of it's burned up still from when it was actually a firehouse burned. And half of the house is like he left it so you can see what it looked like when it was burned, and then he restored the rest of it. It's just super cool, man.
That's wild. Wow, that's awesome.
I know next time we're down there.
Yeah, totally. And then I play with the Swear, which is a band you guys have featured before. Thank you very much for talking about it and featuring it in the past. And we actually went to Nashville not too long ago, played the Exit Inn before they closed it. We thought it was going to be for good, and yeah, it's good, man. We're still doing shows, and whenever we can. It's not like we're touring or anything, but we try to get out as often as we can. A few times a year.
Very cool. Yeah, if you guys don't know about the Swear, like Kevin said, we played them on Decibel Geek before and talked about them, but you guys got a bunch of albums. They're all really good. I highly recommend the band. Everybody knows you and loves you from podcasting, so give that band a try. I'm telling you, if you love hard rock music, you're gonna dig it.
Yeah, and we're talking about doing some recording again at Blackbird next
Oh,
year
cool.
in Nashville. So that's where we recorded the last album. We loved it. We did everything live, tracked it live, and that's just a great room. So we're hoping to go back maybe in the spring next year.
Right on.
Awesome.
That last album was killer too.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I like that one a lot. Cool. So do we just want to dive into the bracket? I mean, I don't really have much other. Do we have any rock and roll show and tell? Anybody got anything they want to show off that they got recently?
I got my Christmas presents.
All right. Well, let's look at them.
All
I
right.
don't really have anything.
First thing I want to show is what I got from the Mooger Fooger. Check this thing out. It's a glass. I probably need to pull it out to really give you the appreciation of what it is. It's one of these things I want to drink beer out of it, but also I want to keep it because it's made. The cardboard box is cool. It's called Ben Shot is the name of the company, and they do all kinds of different stuff. It's all handmade in Wisconsin.
Oh.
And it's very cool. So the glass is your regular typical glass, but you see the cheese on there. Keep the steel that's made into be part of the glass. So it's like got this 3D effect to it. And
that's pretty cool.
I think it's super cool.
That's truly an Aaron Camaro thing.
Yeah, I loved it. When I opened it, I was like, hell yeah. That's he knows me. So yeah, check out Ben Shot. They got all kinds of cool, different, really unique stuff. Fun things on their website, and it's all handcrafted, Wisconsin quality you can trust. I love that. And then just some of the things I got for Christmas. The new Wednesday 13 album. Love that.
Cool.
It's not in here because it's out in the car because I've been jamming on it because it's awesome. It's really good. Got the new Chips Enough that came out this year. You know, Enough's Enough and Chips Enough came out with albums this year. It's amazing the quantity of music that guy's got.
Hey, thanks to you, I got 3 Enough's Enough LPs for Christmas.
Oh,
because I was not into that band until you guys did that deep dive, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go check them out, and I really dig them now. So yeah, I got 3 LPs for Christmas.
Which ones did you get?
Let's see. I got the first one.
Yeah.
I got 1985.
Oh yeah, nice.
And the other one was, what's the one with the sunshine face on the front?
Tweaked.
No, that's Welcome to Blue Island, right?
Oh, yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one too. All of them. Good Christmas right there. This one I didn't get for Christmas. I got it when it came out, but I pulled it out again this week.
Yeah.
Can I really leave it off the top 10? I mean, I really wanted to give it another try.
You could
not doing it for you.
I don't understand the world around me when Ugly Kid Joe comes out with a new album and it's not even in my top 10. What's going on? It's not. I
saw a few people put it on their list.
Yeah, it's all right. Got this, the Headless Cross, the final missing piece to my Black Sabbath CD collection.
There's a nice Christmas album for you.
Got them all now. Yeah, it looks like a Christmas album, don't it?
It's very festive.
Also got this was a collection finishing piece right here. Chris, nice. You know, I've been telling you, I've been looking for this one for a long time. I've never seen it in the wild. The Ramones, what is it? Subterranean.
Oh, yeah. Subterranean Jungle.
Yeah.
Produced by Jean Beauvoir.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Kiss fans will know him. Plasmatics. Been looking for this for a long time. I've never seen it in the wild. Broke down and put it on my Christmas list.
Can you find the drummer on the cover, though? You have to look for it.
Is it Richie Ramone on that one?
No, because there only appears to be 3 guys here that are.
You got to look for them.
Easily visible.
Well, it was Richie or Marky on that one.
All damn night.
I think it was Marky.
Was it Marky by that point? I couldn't remember.
He's sitting in the window. You have to look. You have to look hard. He's on the other side of the window.
Yeah, there he is. Over on, right there.
What a shitty treatment he got.
He's Mr. I didn't show up to the photo shoot.
Right.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like he belongs with the rest. He's a different size.
Cecil's got a question for you, Aaron. Do you have the Rough House CD that came out in '88?
No. Nope. I don't have that. By the Ramones?
I don't remember a CD called Rough House, but I don't know. That's news to me.
Sounds like an in obscuria band to me.
Yeah.
It does. sure
Kevin,
Kevin has it.
look into that and let me know what you find out.
I'll get my people on it.
All right, awesome. Then here's another one that was on my Christmas list that I finally got. Eddie Hazel.
Nice.
I'm
not familiar with Eddie Hazel.
He was the lead guitarist
Funkadelic.
in Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh,
Really
okay.
early stuff. This dude wails. Like when the first time I ever heard the song Maggot Brain, I'm blown away by the guitar. It's like
Maggot Brain.
I've seen Parliament Funkadelic live, like in the early-ish 2000s here in Nashville down at the River Stages, and it was a good time and they were cool, and I was digging it. But when I'm just like doing this show has taken me from like a closed-minded rock fan metal guy and just made me branch out into so many other things that I'm listening to that song Maggot Brain, and it's basically this long guitar solo, and it's just like blows my mind. Who is this guitarist? Holy shit, and it's Eddie Hazel. I go, that's amazing. This guy is so good. Like Eddie Hazel was in Funkadelic, but he could have hung with Jimmy Page or anybody,
Right.
in his time. And so I go, wow, this is amazing. And then I find out later on, he actually released a couple of solo albums. So I've always wanted to check that out. And I'm weird. I don't want to just go online and listen to a song here or there that's on YouTube. I actually want to hear, when I hear it for the first time, I want to hear the whole thing. And so if I've never heard it all before, that's how I want to do it. And very soonly I will be. And then finally,
hold on 1 second. So I want to talk about Eddie because they played Maggot Brain at his funeral. Can you imagine like being at this guy's funeral and they blast that song, which is it's like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
It's a long guitar jam.
But it's like the most emotional guitar that you'll ever hear. It's like, I don't know, man. It makes you feel things when you listen to it. It's like if you were in a sad mood and you listen to Maggot Brain, you might cry. And if you're in a good mood and you listen to Maggot Brain, you might feel even better. It's just one of them songs that it can take you on a journey with an instrument, with a guitar. And it's sorrowful in spots, like almost heart-wrenching. And to think this guy's doing this with a guitar where you can feel emotions with what he's playing. Yeah, give me more of that. And so I had Eddie Hazel on the list, man. Love that.
Do you guys know the band 24/7 Spies? You remember that band?
Oh yeah, I remember them.
Yeah.
So the lead guitarist in that band's name is Jimmy Hazel. No, that's not his real name. He took Jimi Hendrix and Eddie Hazel and put them together, and that's how he got Jimmy Hazel. So they're very influenced by Eddie Hazel. So you should check out some 24/7.
I like some of their stuff.
I've never listened to that band. I don't know if I've heard like something by them and didn't like it or what, or just had some kind of preconceived notion about what they were. I've never listened to it. I will now.
Do yourself a favor, man. Go back.
Nice. And then my other Christmas present I got that helped me fill out a collection, the last missing piece of my Accept discography.
Nice. That's a great record.
Never seen this one in the wild either, anywhere. Look at there, yeah. Got barbed ears.
The old school logo too.
Yeah, it's badass, man. Got them all now. When I was young, I didn't have any Accept albums. What kind of life was I living? Now I look at myself in 2022, going on 2023, and I can say things about myself that I've grown, and I am in a better place than I've ever been in my entire life because never before have I owned the entire Accept discography or the Ramones discography or the Black Sabbath discography. So I'm in a better place than I've ever been in my entire life going into 2023. I love it. Looking up. That's what I got.
So cool. Did you make a list or do your people just know you that well?
I made a list.
Okay. All right.
I made a list.
Okay. You should see the list. I've seen the list. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, no. I mean, the Christmas list is like a very, very condensed version of that. Like the wife will say, give me a list of like 10. And I'll go, okay. And then she'll come back and be like, 6 of those are impossible to find or they cost a fortune. give me 4 more, and I'll go to the next tier and throw them on. You know.
No, baby, half of them are Japanese imports, but you can do it. I have faith in you.
Right. But I'm giving you my list in June for a reason.
Well, Kevin, any new pickups for you of note?
I think so. Aaron posted what he got, and I think the comment I made was my parents, who were right around 80 years old. What do they give me for Christmas? I unwrap it. It is the Voivod box set. Like, only me would my 80-year-old parents give me the Voivod box set, right? The French Canadian thrashers that most people couldn't listen to. If you sat them down, they'd leave the room. That's how good it is.
So
That's
I
awesome.
gotta ask, did your 80-year-old parents just know to get that for you, or did you give them a list?
I gave them a list.
No, they're just big Voivod fans, and they wanted to share with Kevin.
They're really big in the Montreal thrash scene.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Well, I just have one new thing, and it was a Christmas present to myself. I wanted to buy this when I was at Cruise Fest, but I didn't get a chance to when I ran into Julian Gill. It's the Kiss on Tour, Volume 1, 1973 to 1983, 50th anniversary edition. And it's a lot of information. It's like everything you could possibly want from all the tours that they did, and it's amazing.
I thought you were going to pull up that monster book.
The what?
The monster book, the one that was like this big.
That's in the other room.
Yeah. It's the only thing in the room.
Have you ever met anyone that bought the monster book?
I haven't met anybody in person, but I do know somebody online that owns one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not me.
I want to know what they do for a living.
What was it, like $5,000 or something?
Something silly.
Yeah. I don't know. Any book that I can't bench press, I don't want to own.
A little heavy reading.
They missed a golden opportunity, though, to put coffee table legs on the book like they did in Seinfeld. The coffee table book becomes a coffee table. That they missed a total opportunity there.
They could use the boots, each of their boots as one of the legs.
Oh, yeah?
Exactly.
Oh,
this thing writes itself, man.
Yeah. That's why Kiss needs to hire fans for their stuff. Instead, you get fucking painters instead of opening acts.
So are they coming back through? Do we know? Are they coming back through the States? Or are they just doing Europe and then that's it?
I'm sure they'll do another American run. I mean, I won't be going, but yeah. I mean,
yeah,
they're not going to stop until somebody dies.
Like you said, 50th anniversary tour through the States this summer.
There is that.
Yeah. JT. What's up, buddy?
Yep. Pat, the last guest we had on Friday Night Live, he did a great job.
Yeah, he was fun. I've known Jason for a long time. Awesome dude.
All right, we ready for some?
I was just gonna say, I want to ask you, can you give us an update on Rockin' Pod? Because I saw you announced a bunch of things.
Yeah, let me pull up the website so I can keep track of what's going on, because there's too much.
I was trying to tell my co-host 2 days ago, and I'm like, he's added so many things I can't keep up now.
Hey, Stevie Rochelle's coming.
Yeah.
That one we knew.
That's the one Aaron was most excited for.
Did I mention Stevie Rochelle's coming?
He is. So we've got Stevie Rochelle, Mark Weiss, the photographer, Jason McMaster, Eddie Ojeda from Twisted Sister is going to be there, Rick Fox from Wasp and Steeler.
Happy birthday, Rick Fox.
Yes, happy belated birthday. Craig Gass and Don Jameson, the comedians. Let's see, Monty Colvin from Galactic Cowboys. I know Kevin was excited to hear about that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Very much so.
Excited to have Monty
I had their whole
hand.
photography a long time ago.
And obviously with Ron Keel and Keel Fest, that opens up a whole bunch of guests, including, Roy Cathy from Cold Sweat, Mark Ferrari from, Keel and Cold Sweat, and Wayne's World, and all kinds of stuff. And then Anthony Fox, who was in Wayne's World with Mark Ferrari. They were both in Tia Carrere's band Crucial Taunt. He's going to be there. Huh?
Oh,
Please tell me that Tia is coming.
Yeah,
I wish. But we're not done booking guests, so I've actually
union. We want
right.
the people
Kill Fest.
I've got a couple of guests that I wish I could spoil, but I can't right now. But by Monday, you should know about most of them. But obviously, Mitch Perry from Lita Ford's band, Steeler. Leilani Kilgore, who's an amazing guitarist, Native Sons. Warner Hodges from Jason and the Scorchers is going to be there. Hollywood, Jean Basson from Glow is going to be in attendance. And plenty more that I'm working on. And then, of course, I announced Cobras and Fire and Rock and Metal Combat today as podcasters that are going to be attending.
Now I know it's going to be a party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now it's a real rockin' pod.
Yeah.
Lock up your daughters. Baco's coming.
Grandpa Baco.
Yeah.
Danny Myers checking in from What's Hot in the Strip Clubs podcast. They're going to be there also. I'll be announcing them officially early next week, along with our special guests that we just booked. Your Aunt Pam is seeing Lita Ford in March.
Nice. Cool. See, I told you they were still rockers.
That's right. Oh, Vinny Roth checking in. Vinny Roth, there's a story with Vinny Roth because Vinny is the guy who helped me get DC 101 guy from Heavy Metal Parking Lot to the first Rock and Pod Expo because Vinny was at that concert with that guy and grew up with him.
Heck yeah. Rest in peace to that dude. He was super cool.
Yeah, that was Khalid.
Him and Jalen Graham of Dope too.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Both gone
awesome
now.
First year.
They
both passed.
Yeah, both have passed. That's the crazy thing with Rock and Pod and with podcasting is like the people that come into your life and then they're gone, So it's like I try to tell people like if they like, I'm thinking about coming to Rock and Pod maybe next year though. I'm like, well, just come this year because you never know how who's gonna croak it, anytime. Like we gotta appreciate each other while we're still here.
Well, on the other side of that too, it's important to remember that, man, we were lucky that it all worked out the way that it did. You should. Go try to drink my Aunt Pam, my Uncle Paul.
Toomey sliding into your Aunt Pam's DMs.
I'm gonna kill Josh Toomey.
And then,
like I was saying, the fact that we were able to do that, and like Khalid said, that he brought his kids and was like, they don't even know, they don't even understand what any of this is, and they didn't even really understand. Like, wasn't it him that he said, like, he didn't know that this had become a cultural thing?
He had no idea until I contacted him like 6 months before it.
And then to discover that and then go to a place where people are celebrating it and then be a star and kill Toomey.
Aaron's trying to make a heartfelt point, and Josh is like,
whatever, Toomey, you ruined it. Fuck it.
No, but that was a big highlight of the first one for me. It was seeing those guys kind of realize how infamous they had both become through this, tape they got traded around, had no idea. And like when I remember telling Khalid, I was like, dude, Nirvana used to watch that video of you on their tour bus. He's like, what? Seriously? He couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Was he the one that looked like Wolverine?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Super nice guy, and I stayed in touch with him. And but yeah, he did have a lot of health problems even that year. And but yeah, it was a bad way that he went. But yeah, him and then Graham just kind of just dropped all of a sudden from a heart attack. It was sad to lose both of them, but it was great to have the time we did have with them.
Yep. And they got their due, and they got to realize it before they went. And that legacy is going to live on forever.
Toomey.
Toomey's lighting it up.
Getting on the NotFest insurance plan. That's great.
Yeah. All right. We ready to get to bracket brawl? Because we got 2 of them to do.
Let's do it.
All right. Here's the fancy graphic. Bracket brawl. A lot of money spent on that.
Iron Maiden just called. They want their logo back.
Hey, I didn't create the font. Somebody else did. All right. So what we're going to do, last time we did the battle for 1988, I figured we'd go back 30 years exactly since we have 1 day left in 2022. We're going to do the battle for 1992, parts 1 and 2.
Wow.
Interesting time in music. A lot of interesting records and a lot of interesting head-to-heads going here with these brackets. So you guys ready?
I hope
I'm
the
assuming
people
you're
are
gonna.
ready. They're going to help us vote.
Yep.
Yeah, I assume you're gonna help me through this because I don't think I've done one of these yet.
Okay, it's basically just choose your favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, well I can do
It's
that.
it's head-to-head matchups in a NCAA tournament style bracket.
Yeah.
All right.
No deep thought or anything into it, really. Just pick whichever one you like best.
You're speaking on my level. I like it.
Whatever reason you so choose.
Okay.
92
first-
is good year for music.
All right. So the first matchup we have, and I did a better job of naming the files, I think, where I can pull up these album covers quickly.
I like it when you do this.
All right. First matchup is Alice in Chains Dirt versus Pantera Vulgar Display of Power.
Right out of the gate.
Dang.
I wanted to start strong.
This one hurts already. Boy, I love both those albums a lot, and I wouldn't want to live without either one of them. But they're both for different times, for different moods. Yeah, the Alice in Chains album rocks a lot. I don't know. What are the people saying? They don't even know. Toomey says no contest Pantera, but he's on the payroll. Yeah, I
Like
guess
most people are picking Dirt.
Yeah.
I gotta go Dirt. Yeah.
Really? Over Pantera Vulgar? That's surprising. I thought this would be closer with the people.
Because Vulgar's a damn good album too. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go Pantera. Yeah, I think I'm going Pantera on this one. If it was Facelift, I might go the other way.
If it was
learned how to
Facelift, I would go Alice.
I learned how to sing listening to Dirt, just blasting in my car when I would have to travel from college to my hometown. That's how I learned how to sing. So I will never forget just singing that for hours on end, that whole album.
Toomey's like already moved in with your aunt, Aaron.
Here I am with feelings of holiday cheer in my heart, and Toomey just wants to come around and shit all over it. I posted a video today of the time we went and seen 12 Volt Negative Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Posted it on his Facebook timeline, and this is the love I get. I need to go delete that shit.
All right, Kevin, who are you going to pick?
Alice in Chains.
So you're both picking Alice, so it doesn't matter what I really pick then. So I would pick Pantera.
He picked Pantera.
I would pick Pantera.
Aaron picked Pantera, right?
Oh, I thought he picked Dirt. Okay.
No.
I'd pick Pantera.
I swear it's tough. We need one more person so the people can be the tiebreakers.
That was torture right from the beginning. Tommy says, "Give me that Christmas list early for next year for me and Pam."
You got it, Uncle Josh.
Pam needs a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't realize you'd hooked up with another podcaster, Aunt Pam. This has gotten weird.
Hey, he was a rock star too, so
My poor Aunt Pam.
Pam's done all right.
Okay, so Pantera's going to move on.
All right.
All right, let me make sure I keep this updated while we do this, or else it'll be a real shit show. Not that it already isn't. All right. Next round. King's X self-titled
That's a good one too.
versus Tool Opiate, the EP.
That's easy.
I think that Tool album, it's like part of the live album, ain't it? It's like a EP with some live tracks on it.
It's got a couple live songs on it. Yeah. The version of Jerk Off is amazing.
I'm going King's X.
Really?
King's X for me.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I think Opiate destroys it. That was my first introduction to Tool, and I loved it.
All right.
Wow. So King's X is going to win, but let's look at what the people are saying.
You didn't expect that, huh?
I did not. King's X.
Everybody's lost in Germany.
Yep.
Tool. So far, your bracket brawl doesn't make me want to punch someone. Okay.
All right, good. We're doing good.
King's X, Tool. Black Flag alone makes that a great record. I don't disagree.
That's an
That's
awesome
a good song. Tool.
That was
King's
the first
X.
song I ever heard was Black Flag. I saw it on what had to been Headbangers Ball. I think it was the night that Gene and where the night Kiss did the thing at the Troubadour on the Headbangers Ball was I don't know if it was the debut. It had to have been the debut of the Black Flag video by King's X, and because I had I recorded that Headbangers Ball because Kiss was on it and would watch it over and over again. I got to watch that video over and over again. That's what really made me a King's X fan.
They played Black Flag on Arsenio Hall that same year.
So what? So Black Flag was your first exposure. You didn't see Over My Head before that from the Gretchen album?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that video got played a lot when I was living in Atlanta. Okay, so King's X is going to move on, although they're going to get destroyed in the next round. But all right.
Don't know that.
Yeah, they will. All right, next up, we've got White Zombie, Los Sexorcisto, Devil Music, Volume 1
Yeah.
versus, I'm going to make this difficult for Aaron. Guar, America Must Be Destroyed.
It ain't difficult for me at all. It's Guar all day.
Wow.
That might be their best album right there. 92 was amazing.
You're going to be the only person that votes for Guar in this round.
No,
Yeah, White Zombie for me. White
I'll
Zombie
predict it
for
right
me.
now.
Somebody else is going to vote for Guar. That's an amazing album. I love almost every song on that one.
I like this reaction. Oh, no.
So it's great, but it's not a perfect album. Not every song is great on there, but every song on America Must Be Destroyed is great. That's not true to me. Guar has great music. Trolling me here.
No one's picking Guar. Just purchased. Oh, thanks, Jason.
Nice.
I'll take a break and thanks for that. Everybody's picking White Zombie. I'm picking White Zombie.
Whatever.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you have one fan with Hellface here?
Can't
He
believe
picked
it.
Guar. Kevin, you're picking Guar, right?
No.
Yeah, he's picking Guar, all right.
All right. White Zombie moves on. Let me make sure I update the bracket. All right, the next one I'm really interested in seeing what people have to say because this is a weird bracket here as far as who goes up against each other. So we've got Skid Row, Beside Ourselves,
Side.
Oh man, I love that.
With the Rush cover and the Kiss cover.
Yeah.
versus Faith No More,
Oh,
Angel Dust.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh.
It's a tough matchup.
I listened to the hell out of both of those when they were new.
Me too.
Skid Row was killer. I love their cover of Come On and Love Me by Kiss.
And Delivering the Goods.
Delivering the Goods is killer. Psychotherapy is awesome.
Yep.
But it's just an EP.
It is just covers, though.
On the other hand, yeah, it's a cover EP. I guess that kind of screws it up. I'm going to go Faith No More on this one.
There you go, Kevin.
Love that album.
Rachel's not on, right? Oh, that's cool. Thank you.
Nice. Sweet. You're going to enjoy that.
So you're going
Rachel's
with
not
Faith No
listening,
More,
right?
Aaron?
Yeah, Faith No More.
All right, Kevin, what about you?
Yeah, it's got to be Faith No More.
Okay. Tommy's going Faith No More. Skid Row, Faith No
Some
More.
love for the covers.
If we were talking
Angel Dust.
we're talking Slave to the Grind, that might be a little bit different, but as cool as that is, it is covers and it is the EP versus a full album, which really, I don't know. Faith No More is one of those bands that I always like half an album, but the half of the album I like, I freaking love.
Oh, the Little Wing cover, that's great too.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
Little Wing cover's killer. Love that.
That's the last Faith No More with Jim Martin on it.
It is.
I mean, those Jim Martin years, man, that was the shit.
That was the shit right there.
I'll go with Skid Row, but it doesn't matter. Faith No More is going to move on. All right. It is more of a real record too.
Finally back in a winner here.
All right.
Be
Next
aggressive.
matchup. Next matchup we have Slaughter, the Wildlife,
Wow, that's
versus
that too.
Hardline with Double Eclipse.
I listened to
Sure.
that Slaughter album a lot when it came out, man. I was a big Slaughter fan in that era. Hardline, that was something I kind of at the time I don't even know who that is. Now I do,
Yeah.
but I'm not. I got to go with Slaughter on that. Yeah,
All right, Kevin.
Slaughter for me as well.
it's kind of a
See,
heavy Slaughter album too.
I like the Wildlife okay, but the song Hot Cherie off of the Hardline album is better than everything on that Slaughter album, so I'll go with Hardline, but it doesn't matter. Slaughter's going to move through.
Great song. I never heard that before you played it for me years ago.
Slaughter. Hardline. Slaughter. Warren
Mark Slaughter is a great dude.
Could never get into Slaughter. That's Al Horta. And I love Slaughter. Met Mark Slaughter, great dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Daniel says neither.
Double disqualification.
I appreciate your honesty. Shotgun blast to the face for me, says Ron.
Come on now. It ain't that serious.
So I said, I'll change it to Slaughter if Mark comes to Rockin' Pod. He and I have great harmony. Well, Mark was at the first Rockin' Pod. Yeah. Maybe he'll come back this coming year.
Facebook user at Rockin' Pod 1.
How about that venue, the first one?
Hey, it worked for what we needed.
It did have a certain ambiance that I kind of miss.
It was cool, man. I remember walking over there. I'm like, wow, this is like a store. It seems like what was it before you rented it? It was just an open store.
It's called Music Valley Event Center. It was just used for different events.
It was cool, man.
And things like
You've
that.
come a long way, though.
Yeah.
It's like have the gray hair to prove it.
It's like a science fair for podcasting in this little area.
Right.
So we should have been going around with blue ribbons.
Yeah. You couldn't do that one after COVID.
No.
No.
All right, the next matchup. Wait, why do I not have the? Hang on, I'm missing an album cover. Let me add it real quick. I thought I had it on here.
Tell me what it is. I might have it. It's from '92. I probably got it. I hold it up.
All right, I've got it in here. Okay, so we have Wild Side, Under the Influence, a favorite of Rock and Ron Runyon. Rest in peace.
Great album.
Versus.
Cheers to Ron.
I learned about that from Ron.
Versus Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark.
I like that.
Not everyone's favorite Maiden album, from what I've read.
I actually like Fear of the Dark. I think it's pretty kick-ass. Man, I've got a lot of love for that Wild Side. Like Rock and Ron, he was so strong on that album, and I remembered them from back in the day, and but I never really listened to them, in '92, but later on I listened to it. Now I love it. I think it's killer. That Maiden album, I don't know.
I'm going with Wild Side.
I'm gonna go with Maiden.
All right, Kevin, you're the tiebreaker.
Hold on, let me point. Kevin. There you go. I'm pointing to my selection.
So you're picking Maiden. Okay.
Maiden.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I hope Wild Side will at least get through one round, but they didn't. Yeah, everyone, it's Maiden, pretty much unanimous.
The first album cover that Derek Riggs didn't do.
That's true.
Oh. And it's still a pretty cool album cover.
It's still pretty cool. I never understood what happened with that whole relationship because his covers were the best. But
they wanted to bring him into the next century, is what they were saying at the time. I actually read about it recently.
Bring Eddie into the next century?
Yeah.
And they couldn't do that with the old artist?
Cecil went for Wild Side. He's like the one person aside from me that went with it.
And nothing against that album because it's killer. In certain moods, I would pick Wild Side over Maiden, but in other moods, I would pick Maiden over Wild Side. And I think, you just can't mess with Maiden. I don't think
that's got to be Kristen commenting.
They were at Rockin' Pod 3, right?
The Wild Side guys, yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
No. Okay. So
true?
my Iron Maiden moves on.
Garth Brooks never had album covers like Iron Maiden.
Yeah, that would be odd if he did. Okay. Next matchup. What's the obvious 1992 record that you would think would come up on this list?
Kiss Revenge.
There you go. Kiss Revenge versus Saigon Kick the Lizard.
Oh.
That's another one I got for Christmas. They just put it out on vinyl.
Oh,
I
nice.
like
released
that
it.
record.
Classic tale for me, man. Heard Love Is On Its Way and was like, this shit sucks.
You
And I
wrote it off, didn't you?
totally wrote it off. And I had a friend, Jason Hubbarding, and he was like, look, you got to listen to Saigon Kick. And I said, no, I don't want to. And he said, you got to. And I said, I don't want to. And then finally I listened to it and it was like, what? None of this is like that song. You're like, everything is awesome except for that song.
It's a great record.
I agree. Yeah, that one song could have been left off for me. Yeah, it's an amazing record.
It was like one of them extreme deals where it's like, oh, this wasn't even for the album, but somebody heard it and said, oh, that's the new hit single.
We did a whole we have a whole series on what I call the in-betweeners, which are those bands that they were in between the 80s and the 90s. They didn't really fit in either one. And
It's my
Saigon
favorite
Kick was
era.
one of them.
Yeah, there's so many great bands. Warrior Soul and so many other bands.
Oh, yeah.
Spread Eagle. Yeah.
Galactic Cowboys I would put in there.
Yep.
Tough.
Tough's more of an 80s band.
I'm out of here. This is bullshit. I'm not having any fun tonight.
It's not getting any agreement from us, and
You could-
Toomey's like,
you could
Dick
put Ugly
Mazan.
Kid Joe in there.
And like, what the fuck?
Ugly Kid Joe, enough's
You can
enough.
put Ugly Kid Joe in there for sure. Enough's enough.
We'll get the Ugly Kid Joe in a little bit. All right, so
They're
Aaron's
gonna win.
going Kiss. Kevin, you're going with what? You got
As much as I love that Saigon Kick record, man, I can't go against Kiss Revenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny that the minute I bring Kiss up, everyone comments. Revenge.
If you looked at it song for song, really honestly, and said how many great songs are on this album, how many great songs on this album, I think if you did the math, Saigon Kick might even come out a little bit ahead of Revenge because there's some. But then again, like I've always said, with Revenge, the song Unholy carries the whole shit. Like
Yep.
the whole rest of the album could suck ass, and you'd still say, I love Revenge because of Unholy.
I don't think Revenge has aged as well as Lizard has.
Your Aunt Pam's playing along. This is awesome.
For who?
For us, everyone but you, Aaron. It's awesome for everyone but you.
Let's do that.
Hey, Halface, if you like Warrior Soul, we did a 2-part episode on Warrior Soul. We went through the whole discography.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, so Kiss moves on. Big shocker there. If Kiss Revenge wins this thing, I'm going to be pissed. Just because I don't think it's that great a record.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Here's the weirdest matchup I think we have of all of them. All right, we have Wasp, the Crimson Idol,
All right.
versus, and of course the fucking album cover doesn't show up. Hang on.
I could have sworn that was 93, Chris.
No, it's 92 according to Wikipedia. Wasp versus Firehouse. Hold your fire.
Wasp.
Wasp.
That was so fast.
I don't even got to think twice about it.
That Firehouse record has some great riffs on it.
I've
though.
never even heard that record.
It's got some good stuff on it.
We met Perry Richardson, and I think it was Baco was talking about this not too long ago about how when like you interview somebody or somebody comes on your show that you were kind of borderline
That was
with.
Toomey last week.
Oh yeah, okay. Where about never mind. Then it's a shit quote, but you want to like something because you like somebody. And so we met Perry Richardson. He was such an awesome dude. I was like, I really want to give Firehouse a try now because this guy is so awesome. I just couldn't do it, man. I don't know, man. There's something about it.
So I'm originally from a town that's just below Charlotte, North Carolina, and
That's their
Firehouse,
hometown.
that's where they came from, was Charlotte, and they used to be called White Heat.
That's
And I
right.
remember seeing White Heat flyers up around 1990, 1991, and I didn't realize that they turned into Firehouse, but yeah, that's who they became.
Yeah. I remember being at a little teeny tiny bar in Wisconsin in the early 2000s, and there wasn't even like a stage. It was just level with everybody else. And I was working on radio, and I was tasked to go to this teeny tiny bar and announce Firehouse as they were starting to play. But it was like I'm standing there on eye level with the people that are standing in the front row, I guess. And so I introduced them and just hung up and walked through the crowd back to the bar. But I felt bad for them because it was the middle of Wisconsin in this little tiny bar. And they didn't even have a stage, but I kind of had to respect them because they were there playing.
I played many a gig like that, my friend.
Yeah. That's
I
why I
played a
say
couple like that.
you got to respect it, even though those guys had been on, in arenas and shit, opening for big time bands.
Yeah.
I thought, man, wow, what that must be like to go from that to this. But I mean, they did it. They put on a show and people dug it and people loved it, had a good time, and it was a good party. And, so you can't really damn it. But I'm not a fan of that stuff. I go Wasp all day, all day.
Am I acting the fool because I had another beer? I mean, I don't know. I think I'm acting pretty normal.
I think you were pretty buzzed up before we even started.
Well, I was, but all right. Well, anyway, I can still
It's the
press
weekend,
the
man.
buttons.
That's
I
right.
think we'll be good. Yeah, it's Friday night. Why
It's
not?
New Year's Eve.
By the way,
That's
can I
right.
go grab another one real quick?
Yeah, go for it. That's
All
fine.
right.
Get me one.
So I can go ahead and I'll at least bring the next bracket up, and then we'll fill him in. So
Did
all right,
anybody
so
go to the Firehouse?
one person. So Wasp moves on.
Yeah, I like that. Bob Kulick doing some tasty guitar work on that Wasp album. That one don't get enough love, I don't think. I guess unless you're Blackie Lawless and you play a bunch of songs off it when you play live, but
Right.
Not my favorite Wasp album, but I tell you, I did buy that in '92.
Okay, so now it's time.
I'm out. I'm like, what? Still in high school. So I guess every little penny I got is going to CDs at this point.
All right, so the next round, this is the one I said would be a slaughter, and I think I'm going to be right. This is the quarterfinals. We have Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power versus King's X self-titled.
Oh, shit. I'm going to go Pantera again.
I'll be odd man out. I'll go King's X.
Wow.
You have to go with Pantera on this.
Really?
Pantera, that's a legendary.
King's X are probably my number 4 band of all time.
Yeah.
No, I know that, but I mean, Vulgar Display of Power. Come on.
I know.
Got a whole lot of Pantera votes from the comment section.
Pantera. Cecil's on your side, Kevin. He picked King's X.
You and me, Cecil.
Pantera, Vulgar, Pantera. Warren loves King's X, but that's not necessarily a vote. King's X from Hellface, Pantera. Cecil never got into Pantera. Cal says, "Hey dudes." All right, so Pantera moves on.
Yeah, Pantera pretty much unanimously.
I like Ron. Are you nuts?
Are you nuts? All right. So Vulgar moves on, beats King's X. They go to the semifinals.
That's
Next
another
match.
That's a mood thing, Sometimes I'm in the mood for Pantera. Sometimes I'd rather be in the mood for King's X.
Next matchup: White Zombie, Los Exorcisto versus
Don't speak Guar.
Faith No More, Angel Dust.
Oh, this is a tough one too. Now,
Yeah.
I really do like both these albums a lot. I'll take Guar over either one of them.
We haven't gotten to Guar.
Yeah, we did. They already been eliminated. Remember?
That's true.
Round.
Yeah. I'm going with Faith No More on this one.
I think so. That Angel Dust is killer, man. So many good songs on that one.
It's their best album, in my opinion.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, pretty hard to argue that.
You don't like The Real Thing better?
I like The Real Thing better, I
As
think.
I think I
as
might
Bono
like
would say, it's even better than The Real Thing.
You have to lead the program now.
Yeah, I know. I name checked you too. I'm opposed. Did Aaron leave?
No, I'm still here. I'm just flabbergasted.
Are you still thinking about Gore?
He is.
Or I like better than either one of these. No, I think it's Angel Dust for sure all day.
Okay.
I think so
Faith
too.
No More moves on. Let's look at the people. Zombie.
Uh-oh.
Zombie all the way.
Uh-oh.
Faith No More.
Jason Kearney's with us.
Zombie. Faith No More.
Yeah.
Angel Dust. Faith No More.
All right.
Brian, I do not know what happened to Bob. I just know he was sick for a while. Faith No More. Zombie. Listen to it more after all this time. Angel Dust.
I still do too. I listen to both these albums still. I listen to a lot of these albums from 92 still to this day.
Yep.
Okay, so Faith No More moves on
Hard to beat it.
to the semifinals.
The best.
All right, let me update.
That's how I
It's like
learned.
a hell of a semifinal match up there.
How I
Our
learned
binge
the
up.
word aggressive.
Brian says, thanks. You're welcome. Megadeth will be part of round 2. We'll get to that. But yeah, we have two
It's just a double
brackets.
bracket, so Chris has included pretty much everything from 92.
I've got-
Hello,
Yeah, I've got
me.
32 records that we're going to cover. Okay, so the next matchup, boy, is this a weird mix. We've got Slaughter, the Wildlife, versus Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark.
Wow. Oh. Huh.
This is an easy one for me. Maiden all the way.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite song on Fear of the Dark?
I like the title track. It's really good. And
It
Be
is a
Quick or
good
Be
song.
Dead's good too. They always had those great opening tracks back
Yeah.
then.
All right, Aaron.
I don't know, man. I listen to these a lot. Don't go back to them as much anymore. Either one of them, really. I guess probably as much as I should.
I think
Probably
Fear of the Dark's a more complete record.
Yeah, maybe. I guess since it probably don't matter, I'm just gonna go with Slaughter. I like that album a lot.
I'm going with Maiden. They're going to go on. But let's see what people say. Maiden. Your buddy Cal says Slaughter.
Right on.
Jason Kearney says Fear of the Dark.
He's not my buddy. He's everybody's buddy.
Slaughter. Maiden. Of course, Kevin. That Maiden blows except the title track. Wow. Okay. Tim Kelly played his ass off in the Wildlife.
Cal's kind of got a point because when you said name a song off that album, I immediately thought of the title track, which is Killer, but I can't really, none of the other ones really jump out too much.
There's a deep track called Judas Be My Guide, which is really, really good. I love that
I
song.
haven't listened to that in a long time. I really need to pull that out.
So Maiden's going to move on.
I figured as much.
Okay.
I like Cecil. He says Tim Kelly played his ass off on the Wildlife, and that is true.
He did.
Very true.
That's his guitar on the cover, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last...
Him getting whipped by his dad.
Yeah, I don't understand the album cover. That's a little weird.
Stop rocking so much, or I'm going to whip that ass. That's what it means.
I guess so. All right, so the last matchup, kind of a battle of the shock rockers. We have Kiss Revenge versus Wasp the Crimson Idol.
I guess I'm going to go Kiss by the power of Unholy, taking it above and beyond.
I'd go with Kiss on this one, too.
I definitely go back to Revenge more.
You know, I just saw that Wasp show. They were in Atlanta, I don't know, a month ago or so, and he played,
Yeah.
I think, 3 tracks from the Crimson Idol,
Yeah.
and it really brought the show down, in my opinion. It was like he played
Yeah.
the slower numbers, and it was like, oh man, people were in the back going, "Play something else."
Wow.
So, I mean, I love that album, but it didn't work live. But
Play Jack
I'm-
Action.
that's what I was shouting.
Well, with Blackie using backing tracks, you should call it track action.
Oh man, they got off on one of the Crimson Idol songs. They were off big time, and I was punching my buddy like, "Do you hear this? Do you see what's going on? They aren't even syncing up." It was pretty bad. I'm going Kiss.
Wait, which one, Aaron? You're going Kiss?
Yeah.
So Kiss is moving on. Okay, I would go Kiss too. So that's
On.
let's see what everybody else.
The hosts.
Kiss, Revenge. Although I rate that Kiss album behind Chris even higher. Revenge, Kiss. Cal going for Wasp. Revenge. Kiss. Warren picks Wasp in honor of Rob Kulick and Frankie Banali.
That's right.
Revenge. This chick is not a fan of the Wasp. So she picks.
I got a feeling Mighty K is in the room, but I can't tell.
That's
because
her.
There's so many Facebook users. I wish I could see your names.
Yes, Jason. You have to give StreamYard permission to your Facebook to get your name to show up in the chat. That's correct. Kevin, your buddy, meaning Roberto. I don't know what that means.
Yes, it is Roberto. That must be Kristen.
How does one do that? I have no idea. Kristen, I do know I do this for other shows where I comment. If you go into our Facebook channel, go to the Decibel Geek Facebook channel, it should show your name if you do it that way. Just not, or our YouTube channel for Friday Night Live.
Well, we could just keep guessing who it is.
Yeah. I bet that was Kristen that time. Okay, she's so funny.
I like Revenge, but I do think it gets overrated.
I think it's overrated too.
Mighty K, go to the Decibel Geek TV YouTube channel and comment in the comments there, and we should see your name.
Beyond Unholy, there really isn't a great track on there.
Oh, there's every time I look at you.
Yes, there is.
I didn't say it was great.
Chris has got all the power.
I like Domino. I think Domino's a cool song.
Domino's okay. It's okay.
The bad ZZ Top cover.
I was gonna say it's a good ZZ Top song.
Okay,
Heart
so
of Chrome, not bad.
But Kiss lives anyway. Is it the power of Unholy? Is it the power of Kiss? We will find out if they make it into the next round.
I really hope Kiss doesn't win this. That would be kind of lame. All right, they probably will though, because oh my God, Kiss.
I just want to forget.
I just want to whoop.
How clever. Okay, now we go to the semifinals. We have Pantera Vulgar Display of Power versus Faith No More Angel Dust.
Oh shit. Damn it. That's tough.
Jim Martin versus Dimebag.
I'm going Pantera.
You gotta go Dimebag.
Yeah.
Warren says you love you some ballads there.
Yeah. Ballads like Walk. Dun, 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 dun.
Chris Jericho will fight you for revenge.
He don't have to fight me. He can have it.
He dressed up like Paul Stanley in the You Make Me Rock Hard video at Creatures Fest. That's all I need to know.
That's fucking awesome, though, ain't it?
No.
No, it is. It is. You would take the time to have that kind of detail to get the chainmail like tank top and put it on and be like, this is going to be awesome. And then get out on stage and realize my nipples are bleeding from wearing this shirt. But
It took
carry
balls.
on it, so.
Was that for the quarantine performance? Is that what that
No,
was?
that was at the
Yeah,
down
it was.
at that hotel here in Nashville a year ago. It was cool, man. I liked it. And I thought it was super cool because you got to be a Kiss fan to think, where can I find one of those? Chainmail tank top with the cross on the middle of it. Yeah.
All right. I got to ask everybody a question. I love Chris Jericho, but have you ever noticed that when he sings with his hands? He'll have the mic in one hand and the other hand he's doing like puppet. You ever notice this? Go check it out and tell me if you, from now on, every time you see Chris Jericho, you're going to see him doing puppet hands.
But I think when he's like on the microphone for wrestling, he does that too.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Put some puppets on his hands. There's going to be something crazy going on.
There you go.
Maybe he secretly wants to be mankind.
Sacco.
Yeah. All right. So what are we going for here? I mean, who's going to win? I'm going Pantera.
Yeah, I think all three of us voted Pantera.
This is Pantera.
Okay. So let's look at what
most of the comments are. There's a few for Angel Dust.
Kristen Schimbeck. Who's that?
Hey, all right. Mighty K's here. Finally, about time she showed up.
Pantera. Cecil picked Faith No More.
It's a tough choice. It's not easy for sure.
Yeah, but
how somebody could go either way on it.
Vulgar is amazing. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Jim. Angel Dust. Vulgar. Al Horde is going Vulgar. Pantera won our bracket when we did Did we do 1992 with Jason? Maybe we did. I don't know. We'll see what happened. I thought we did 1988. Pantera. Okay, there she is.
Wait, she's on her twice?
As long as she both votes for the same band, we'll be all right.
Okay.
Like one Kristen Schimbeck's voting for Faith No More, but the other one's voting for Pantera. What do we do?
She's doing hands. She's got two Kristens.
So Pantera goes on. And then, man. All right, the last matchup for this round. Well, so we're almost to the championship. We have Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark versus Kiss Revenge.
Oh my God. It's Kiss.
Oh my God.
Trying to find a reason not to vote for Kiss, but seems like they're walking through the bracket here pretty easily.
I'll vote for Kiss.
I'm voting for Kiss.
Maiden.
All right. So Kiss is going to go on because we outvoted you. Kiss, Revenge, Maiden, Kiss, Maiden.
Looking pretty even with the people.
Vinnie Vincent's Revenge. That's funny. Iron Maiden for Kristen. Revenge. Oh my God. Revenge.
Yeah.
Cal says it's neither an option. No, it's not an option.
You must choose.
So Kiss moves on to the final, and motherfucker, if they win this,
you didn't think as far. Who did you think Kiss was going to get knocked out by?
On the previous brackets, with our audience, it doesn't surprise me. But I kind of had a little hope more people would pick a Saigon Kick over Kiss, but I guess I was wrong.
Yeah.
All right. So the championship for this round.
It's the positive power of Unholy versus the negative power of Love Is On Its Way. It's so polarizing. Kiss cannot lose.
Yeah, but like
every time I look at you versus
the rest of that album is great, though. Come on. All right. So the final for this round one, and then we'll do the round two bracket, and then we'll put the winners head to head. We have Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power, a fucking legendary record, versus Kiss Revenge.
This is where Kiss goes down. I'm going Pantera.
Me too.
Pantera.
It's unanimous.
Too many good songs on that Pantera album. Not enough good songs on the Kiss album, even though they're Kiss.
And representing 1992, it's Pantera.
Can you believe Kiss went that far, though?
It's the power of Unholy. I'm telling you, brother, that song is so freaking good that it carries that entire album. It's like a sail on a ship.
But never good live. That song
through
was
a
never
stormy
good
sea.
live.
Yeah. No? I guess it didn't last in the set very long past Revenge tour. Right?
They never
just
pulled it
couldn't
off
pull it
live
off.
as well as the record, though. Well, every time I saw them live and they played it, it never kind of measured up.
Exactly.
All right.
The video was cool and the song was killer. It's one of my all-time favorite Kiss songs, even counting all the 70s stuff.
So the champion of this round is Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power.
If we were talking about pick the best song, you must pick one song off of these two albums, and that's what makes it carry on, then Kiss would win with Unholy. But that's not what we're doing. We're going album versus album.
I don't know. I'd take Mouth for War over Unholy.
I see again, Chris has got the controls. I can't delete him out of here. Where's my want?
Oh, he's gone.
Somebody's got the power.
All right, I'm back.
Where's my little sound effects that go wah wah wah?
There you go. Okay. Next bracket. We're going to do two of these fucking things. This should be interesting. Now we get into other records released in 1992, and there's a lot of great stuff on here too. So we start off with, find the, where the fuck is the album cover for this one? Why a bunch of shit didn't make it over? Hang on. There it is. All right. We've got Black Sabbath, Dehumanizer.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Versus
love that album cover.
Helmet.
Oh,
Meantime.
oh shit! oh,
Oh man.
thinking of like, oh, Black Sabbath, wherever this is, should have it pretty easy. And then Helmet comes out. It's like
Damn.
one of my favorite albums ever. It's like the best album that band ever came out with. Like they never ever were able to top.
Oh, Betty's good.
Yeah, I
It's
like
all
Betty
right.
a lot too.
It's okay. They were never able to top that. I remember the first time I heard Unsung, that riff, that chug.
Oh, so
like,
good.
I'm in on this. I'm going immediately to buy this. And I still listen to this album a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Best guitar tone ever. That
Oh,
guitar
yeah.
is just brutal.
Page Hamilton. Yeah, my old band used to cover Milk Toast.
And it's like he could never recapture that. Whatever that tone was on that album, from there on, it was never quite the same. It just didn't have that power. I don't know how the stars aligned on that album because every other Helmet album I've ever heard doesn't even come close to me.
Listen to Betty again. It's pretty damn cool.
Betty's pretty great.
Maybe I need to. Maybe it's like the later stuff that I've been listening to. That
I'm going with Helmet. I hate to put out Black Sabbath in the first round, but I'm going with Helmet.
I'm going
I
with
am
it.
too.
Oh
I am
yeah.
too.
Oh,
I
wow.
love Dio back in Black Sabbath, but damn, that Helmet album's good.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. If you guys don't know this album by Helmet, please, if you love metal,
It's
and
amazing.
really heavy rock, super guitars, bass, production, drums, everything is there. The guy isn't that great of a vocalist, but he doesn't need to be because the rest of the music going on around it empowers everything. It's such a good album, man. I love Meantime. Love it. Love that
Oh,
album.
yeah.
I
And
saw them play
Aftertaste
that
is
whole
good,
thing
too.
live. They played that whole thing live. They came to Atlanta, played the Masquerade before they shut that place down, and it was amazing.
I saw a
shit.
show in a
Masquerade? I didn't even know that. They shut that place down.
yeah.
Well, they shut the old one down. They moved it. They moved it to
okay.
where it
All right.
used to be underground Atlanta. Now that's the
Yeah.
Masquerade, but it's not the same.
Okay, I got you. That place was cool.
I saw Helmet open for Korn in Louisville at a club during the Life is Peachy tour, and people were throwing shoes at Helmet. It really pissed me off.
What?
Dang.
Yep.
Those two bands go together really well.
Yeah.
And an unknown band called Limp Bizkit was the opening act, but I missed them. I showed up late for the show.
They should have thrown their shoes at them.
Yeah.
I know. All right, so Helmet's going to move on. Wow. Black Sabbath unseated in the first round. That's kind of crazy.
What are the people saying about that one?
A lot of
Mostly
Black Sabbath.
Sabbath.
That's really, wow. See, somebody's missed out on this album, and all three of us like immediately voted for it. So that should tell you something.
This is where our age kind of gets in the way compared to some of our listeners, because I think our listeners are a lot of times older than we are. So I think they're like, I don't fuck all that 90s stuff. So
No,
uh,
not
I was 19 years old. I was in the zone.
You know what? And I was a Strip style rock guy and didn't really care for a lot of the new stuff coming out at that time. But I'm telling you, man, Helmet, Meantime, yes, you need to.
so I'll tell you, the next round doesn't get any easier, especially for Aaron. I think
Well, good. 'Cause
we
that
have
was,
Ooh,
oh yeah, I love it.
Suicidal, the Art of Rebellion versus
Great.
Megadeth,
Ooh.
Countdown to Extinction.
Oh hell. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
You see why I did 2 brackets now?
Oh, man.
92 is hard because, like you said, we're right in that age where we're buying music. We're in it. You know, we're into what the new stuff is. I'll never forget seeing the video for what is it? Foreclosure of a Dream
Yeah.
for the first time and being blown away. Like, you know, I knew Megadeth and I like Megadeth, but this was like Megadeth on a whole new level. On the other hand, the Art of Rebellion was my introduction to suicidal tendencies
Yeah.
outside of the video for Institutionalized, which I always thought was pretty cool. But this album was the first one I bought. Man, oh shit.
I knew this would be hard for you.
I'm going Suicidal.
All right.
I love that album a lot, man. It's really good. I would recommend, like, if somebody was gonna say, like, oh, I want to check out Suicidal, I would almost recommend this album is a good place to
I
start.
would. Yeah.
A lot of Robert Trujillo all over that album.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
All right,
That's
Kevin.
All right. So, man, Suicidal and Megadeth both. So I was a little skate rat in the late 80s. And those were both bands that I used to have cassettes of. I would put in the boombox and I would fall all over the place because I couldn't skate. I just fell a lot. But those were 2 bands I was really into. And these 2 albums to me are kind of, I'm going to say this lightly, they're kind of both sellouts for both of them in a way, because they were the albums that, you know, kind of put them in the mainstream a little bit.
Yeah.
So they both kind of have that tick against them. Like, I can't pick one or the other because they're both kind of, they're sellout albums from the old days. So, damn. I think I'm going to have to go Suicidal on this one.
Oh.
I would have gone Megadeth. So Suicidal is going to unseat Megadeth. So Black Sabbath and Megadeth go down in the first round for this bracket. That's fucking crazy.
Nice.
Wow.
All right. With that victory, I'm going to go on a beer run. I'll be right back.
Now we're really getting.
That was a
strange.
hard one. I was really on the edge on that one. So you would have gone Megadeth, right, Chris?
I would have gone Megadeth. I like both records though.
Like, if I were to do this again in a minute, I'd probably pick Megadeth. It's a hard one.
That's gonna make the next round pretty interesting. So yeah, so Cal said Lights Camera Revolution. Yeah, I do like that record. I bought that on vinyl not long ago.
That's a good one.
But yeah, I would tell you, like, they were opening. It was the tour was announced with Metallica, Alice, and Suicidal for the tour in the like '94, and I mainly was going. I like Suicidal, but I was mainly going for Alice in Chains because I was super big into them at the time. And then Alice in Chains had to drop off the bill because Lane Staley like OD'd or some shit, had to go into rehab. So they replaced them with Candlebox.
Ooh.
And we tried to get to the amphitheater early enough to at least see Suicidal. I didn't give a shit about Candlebox. And the line to Starwood Amphitheater was so long that by the time we got in, we heard literally the last 30 seconds of Suicidal set, and then they were done.
Oh,
and then Candlebox came up and they sucked ass. And then I fell asleep during Metallica. It was kind of a bad night.
I've seen Candlebox 3 times and didn't want to see them any of those times. They opened for Rush twice.
They were terrible.
They opened for Living Color the first time I saw them, and they were horrible. They got blown off the stage by all those bands.
All right. So so Megadeth and Black Sabbath both out of the competition early.
Wow.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
All right. The next one's going to be a bloodbath, but I had to do it because of what it is. So we have Bon Jovi, Keep the Faith,
Who did that?
Versus Warrant Dog Eat Dog.
Oh, geez. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Yeah. What? Warrant all day, every day? Never,
This is the
ever.
only time that you can. This is the only time you can feel macho picking Warrant in a contest.
Until you guys turned me on to that album, I never would have given it a chance. I was not a Warrant fan at all. And then once you guys did that episode, I was hooked. It's a damn good album.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I like the Bon Jovi record for the record, but I'll go with Warrant over that one.
Yeah, Warrant for sure.
All right, so it's a clean sweep. Let's see if anyone picked Bon Jovi. Warrant.
Somebody
Warrant.
that was getting sassy earlier with their picks went Bon Jovi.
Yeah, Daniel Westman has kind of gone against a lot of our picks. Hellface says Shit Sandwich. Which album or both? All right.
I think you underestimate the power of Dog Eat Dog and may have never listened to it.
Yeah, you actually have to give it a shot.
Yep.
Okay, so far we've eliminated Black Sabbath, Megadeth, and Bon Jovi.
Well, Bon Jovi's
it's a weird world we're in.
That's kind of funny.
It's very 1992, though, isn't it?
We are not the mainstream.
Canceled.
No.
And I think another big titan of rock will get removed on this next one too. We'll see. Man, I had some of these album covers that didn't want to come through. Hang on. Yeah, it's a good thing I can add them quick. Okay, so this is a weird matchup. We have Body Count, self-titled.
Love it.
Cop Killer.
Going up against Def Leppard, Adrenalize. There's a tour I would have loved to have seen.
Probably not.
Cop Killer versus Make Love Like a Man.
That's right.
Lame.
I'm a man, and that's what I am.
Never. I have stopped listening to Def Leppard at that point. But that Body Count album, everybody said, "Oh yeah, Cop Killer," but There Goes the Neighborhood.
That's an awesome song.
Greatest metal songs
There goes the neighborhood.
ever freaking written. And then plus on top of that, the whole rest of the album is pretty damn awesome too. If you never got past Cop Killer, to give that album a chance, or you never got past the idea of Ice-T in a metal band, put that shit out of your mind. And
it's a great record.
Give this album a chance. I'm telling you, it's killer. This is Body Count. Easy. This is probably the easiest matchup besides maybe the last one that we just did. But yeah, man, Body Count blows this Def Leppard garbage away.
You remember them getting introduced at Lollapalooza. That's where everybody first heard, because Ice-T was on Lollapalooza and he brought out Body Count. Nobody knew who they were. That's where we all got introduced to them.
So I suppose the rock's out of the question. I'm going to go with Body Count.
Body Count.
Yeah.
All right. Does anyone pick Def Leppard? Well, let's see. Body Count.
I mean, they're so far apart on the spectrum here that, you know, if
some
you
Facebook user picked Def Leppard.
Yeah, somebody's going to pick Def Leppard, but I mean,
Jim Hamby worked for security for Body Count. That's cool.
I really hated Def Leppard at this point in my life in 1992 because this was a band I was into.
Well, it's one of my biggest disappointments was buying that album on release day and then playing it going, what the fuck is this?
Me too. Same thing.
Yeah, because that album was garbage. It sold a lot.
Oh, it sold a ton, yeah.
But that was the last one.
Yeah, everybody's picking Body Count.
Body Count was amazing.
Jason Tucker says Def Leppard even picked Body Count.
We secede.
Yeah, I'll give Ronnie that. Tear It Down was a decent song. That's like the only good song on the record, I think. All right. So we've eliminated Bon Jovi, Black Sabbath, Def Leppard, or Bon Jovi, Black Sabbath, Def Leppard, and Megadeth.
Okay.
Good thing none of them are headliners.
That's kind of crazy. All right. Next matchup.
The way the bracket rolls sometimes.
Give me a second.
You put body count with Def Leppard. I mean, come on.
What did you think was going to happen?
I thought it would be funny.
Be better with Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been funny to
Oh,
put
man.
those two together.
If you'd have put Def Leppard versus Bon Jovi, I'd have freaking walked out of here. I'd be like, that's it. I'm done.
That would have been quite a tour, though. All right, hang on. I got to add another fucking. All right. I'm glad that we're not getting paid for this because
Your girlfriend's dragging you to a concert tour 1992.
All right, next matchup we have Testament, the Ritual
Yeah.
versus Ugly Kid Joe, America's Least Wanted.
Fuck Testament. They suck.
Ooh.
Everything about Ugly Kid Joe is better than Testament in every single way, every single day, everywhere, every place. It's Ugly Kid Joe. That album is killer from top to bottom, all the way through. Nothing against Testament, seriously. They're awesome. I love them. And that's one of their best albums. But come on, Ugly Kid Joe, all the way. No question about it.
I'm sorry, Aaron.
No,
I gotta go Testament, man.
Sorry, man. Come on, Sinzak. I'm counting on you, man. Look at what the people are saying. They're all saying Ugly Kid Joe.
I'm looking at the track listing for the Ritual just to see what I remember of it because it's been a long time since I've listened to it. It does have some great stuff on it, but I will say
Album.
the Ugly Kid Joe album has more memorable tunes on it, so I'm going to go with that one.
Yes. 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 That's my co-host right there, damn it. That's my guy. Got my back.
I said sorry.
Back.
Love Kristen. No thank you to either. Ooh.
What? No. Why, Kristen? Why you don't give Kid Joe a chance? Have you only listened to their most recent album? Could that be? It's like it's 2022 and I finally decided to give Ugly Kid Joe a chance, and this is what happens.
Yeah, they came out right after that episode you and LC did. You guys were pimping them so hard.
I know.
Then they put that shit out.
Yeah, that Testament album is badass, but I mean, come on.
Okay, so Testament has now been eliminated from the competition to Ugly Kid Joe.
I love it. Ugly Kid Joe's going all the way. All the way.
I wouldn't go that far, but all right. Next matchup.
Anybody that can stop him so far.
Now, where the fuck is that album cover? Hang on, motherfucker.
You might as well just disqualify it and give Ugly Kid Joe a bye into the final round, I think. Time has expired.
Now I think that you've had more to drink than I have. All right. Had to add both album covers for both. We have Stone Temple Pilots Core
Solid
versus Rage Against the Machine, self-titled.
I think it's pretty easy for me. I listened to these both a lot back in the day. I got to go Stone Temple Pilots on this.
Not me.
It's just better, I think. The vocals are better. The other stuff is rap metal, which is okay if I'm in the mood for it, which is rare. Take Stone Temple Pilots over that pretty much any time.
This wasn't the Stone Temple Pilots album for me, though. Like, they have much better albums to me than that one.
Really?
Yeah, I think Purple's
like Purple
great.
better than that
Purple's
one?
Yeah, I think Purple's amazing.
I like Core better than Purple.
This one's got Cracker Man on it.
Cracker Man's the best song on the record.
Oh, yeah. It jams.
I'm going Rage.
I'm going Rage, too.
Damn it, you guys. Well, at least Ugly Kid Joe pushed through. I'll accept this defeat.
The riffs alone on the Rage Against the Machine album are better than anything on STP.
That is the best Rage album for sure.
Absolutely. They never topped it, in my opinion. Ron says not fair.
Yeah, it looks pretty divided over in the comments.
Core, but what a matchup.
Yeah.
Rage.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mean, I wore the fuck out of both of these records.
Yeah, I got them both on vinyl. They're killer albums.
It's a hard matchup, and that's why I put them together. STP. STP. Warren says Cracker Man. Cracker Man's great. I just wish there was more on the album like that. STP. Got better later on.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, snap.
Rage is a joke. Oh, come on. That album's amazing. STP. Wow, a lot of response to this one. Purple's their best. Richard Petty chooses STP. Yes, he did. STP.
That's funny. Awesome.
Chad Hill says White Lion. Aaron, are you surprised?
You guys don't talk enough about White Lion. Did White Lion put out an album in '92?
No.
I think they did.
I think they did a
Didn't they?
greatest hits record, but yeah, I don't think
Okay.
I don't count.
somebody else voted Sabbath again, even though they don't know what we're talking about. It's too late. Sorry. All right. So
And Sabbath does rule.
Rage goes on and beats STP.
I tried, people. I tried.
Yeah, I think that the people were more on your side than
That's a hell of a battle right there, though. Two kind of very different bands, both extremely popular in 1992.
Both game changers for 92.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and now we have a couple of kind of more melodic rock holdouts that go up against each other. We've got Damn Yankees Don't Tread, which is one of the worst album covers of all time, versus Jackal, self-titled.
Not even close. Come on. This is easy. This is probably the easiest one.
Uncle Ted, right?
Jackal all day, man. Love this first album. I'm a big Jackal fan. I really like Jackal a lot. You guys, what? Couple of Georgia guys? You gotta
I'm going with my hometown boys, Kennesaw, Georgia. I'm going with Jackal.
Hey, I grew up in Kennesaw. I have to go with Jackal.
Nice.
They filmed the I Stand Alone video in front of the Kmart that we used to go shopping in.
Look at that. We got everybody on the comments. They're all voting Jackal.
We recorded at Cock of the Walk Studios one time.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was Jesse's recording studio.
Nice.
And yes, there was wood outside that he had been chopping on.
Al Horta picked Damn Yankees.
One of the coolest things I ever seen in concert one time was a Jackal show. And they're up there playing, and it's about to get to the chainsaw part. And Jesse Dupree goes, "Stop. Everybody stop. Stop the show. Stop the show." And he stops the band. Everybody stops. And he says, "Look at this little kid down here." And there's a little kid down in the front row, must have been with his mom and dad. And that little kid's singing along to every Jackal song. And he says, "This little kid has been singing the words to every single song that we've played since we got up on stage. Can I have that kid? Put him up on stage." So the parents give the kid up on stage. Jesse Dupree kind of gets him down, gets the chainsaw, and helps the kid saw up a bar stool on stage.
That sounds safe.
I thought, man, that is the coolest. Like, you were a little kid and you knew all the words to the Jackal song, and then he brought you up on stage and chainsawed with you. That's a life moment right there.
Gave their tour manager a coronary.
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably, oh my god, we don't have the insurance for that. Get that kid off the stage.
If you've never seen it, go on to YouTube and look at Jesse James Dupree on the Tom Green show, where Jesse saws the fucking desk in half, and Tom Green literally gets pissed off about it. He's so mad.
Have you ever seen that, Kevin?
I haven't seen that. I'm gonna go check that out.
Yeah. He carves up the desk, and the dude gets mad.
He's really mad, like legit mad.
Think these desks grow on trees?
All right, so Uncle Ted is going to the woodshed. He's done. So Jackal moves on.
Poor Uncle Ted.
All right, last matchup in this round before we move on to final rounds. We've got Motorhead, March or Die.
Yeah.
Versus Extreme, 3 sides to every story.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's my favorite Extreme album.
Yeah,
well,
I think.
I'll never vote for anything that has 3 sides in the title, so I'm going with Motorhead.
Makes perfect sense to me, too. I will rarely vote against Motorhead in any situation in life. It's rare that I would ever vote against Motorhead. In this situation, I can't do it either. I got to go with Motorhead.
All right, I'll vote Extreme, but my co-host would be hitting me in the face right now, saying you never vote against Motorhead.
Yeah, you don't. unless they're going against Jackal or Ogie Kid Joe.
So Motorhead's gonna move on. Okay. Cecil picked Extreme.
That
Then it's-
Extreme album is really, really good. I think it's underrated, that one.
There's some good stuff on there. Like I bought, you know what? It's cool too because I'm looking back on this stuff going, you know what? Shit, this is stuff that like I would scrounge, you know, I would not spend my lunch money that my parents would give me on actual lunch. I would scrounge it and put together and find any other way I could to make money to be able to buy these albums in 92. Because I'm still a couple of years from graduating at this point. And Extreme 3 was one that I bought and was there on day one to get it and was excited to hear it. And you know what? It wasn't not that long ago that because I haven't listened to it in forever, that I went back and pulled it out and listened to it again. And I think I even like it more now than I did back then. But
So
you can't fuck with March or Die, though. I mean, 1992 Motorhead.
I was going to say, though, name songs from March or Die, because I can name almost every song off Extreme 3. I don't know that I can name every song off March or Die.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just look at the albums, right? I mean, I love Motorhead, man, but
yeah.
just look at the album.
Give me a second. I gotta look at Wikipedia, which I never look at. Stand, Cat Scratch Fever, Bad Religion, Jack the Ripper, I Ain't No Nice.
Oh, yeah. I Ain't No Nice Guy's a good one. Jack the Ripper's good, too.
That was just not in my brain like some of the other ones, some of the other Motorhead albums, at least.
Right. Because, I mean, at that point, and I don't even know if I bought that one new, but I did buy Extreme new. But I think in retrospect, going back, I got to go with Motorhead.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but if I'm just looking at album versus album, like that Extreme album is so strong.
It is a shame it was their last real album, you know, while they were kind of still big, because it really is their best one, I think.
Did we lose Chris? Or is it just me?
Oh, he looks like he's froze up. I hope he ain't having a stroke. Chris, are you there?
He's gone.
What are the people saying? People are saying Extreme. Yeah, Hellraiser.
I mean,
that was because Hellraiser was on that one because
that's a good one.
He wrote that, and then Ozzy kind of made that song famous.
Yeah, and it's got some good songs on it. It doesn't stick in my head as much as the Extreme. But again, you got two good albums, you know.
Right.
You gotta pick one.
Looks like most of the people are going with Extreme. It looks like Chris is in Carbonite. That's what it looked like. Like, you fuckers, you ain't voting for Extreme. I'm out of here.
Internet connection sucks. Sorry.
They said you looked like you were frozen in Carbonite, and they were right. Oh man, so
you love me, I know. All right.
So we got one vote for Motorhead, one vote for Extreme. I gotta pee extremely bad, and I'll be right back with you.
All right, I'll take you out of the stream, and then you can start on your stream. Okay, so who won on that round? Where were we?
Well, I think everybody was voting a lot of Extreme, but I think you voted Motorhead, right?
I voted for Motorhead.
Yeah, so Motorhead won.
Okay, I did it just for the sake of the bit, but yeah. And no, I didn't go on strike. Surfer fan. I have shit AT&T connection, so that's why.
I'm gonna leave you by yourself for 2 seconds.
Okay, so I get to. All right, thanks. A bunch of long boxes were cool. I don't think I saved any of mine. And no Jim Hamby. I was not in Carbonite. I just have a horrible internet connection, and then we'll finish up this round before we get started. Okay, there's Kevin. All right. Yes, Jason, AT&T is horrible.
Yeah, we had to get rid of ours.
Trouble, Manic, Frustration released tonight. I didn't see them on the list, but I got to listen to more of their
Always like
stuff.
Trouble.
I never could. They never clicked with me. Are you a fan of theirs?
Yeah, I like them. I mean, it's a lot of their recordings are pretty low budget sounding. So,
Yeah.
the sonics are kind of not great, but the
There's not a
songs are
lot of
good.
hooks. There's not a lot of hooks in their songs though. They just
No,
kinda
it's real
go.
jammy, stony stuff.
Daniel Westman said Chris going solo, best Kiss solo album. Shit, I don't know.
Peter Criss, of course.
If we're only talking about the 78, I guess I would go with Paul. I know Aaron thinks that Aces is like the greatest record ever made, but I would go with Paul over Aces. I think it's a more complete record. There he is.
I'm like yelling, like, you're wrong. It's Ace.
Yeah, I know you think I'm wrong. I mean, we've had this
Yeah.
discussion
He's
before.
holding me backstage.
He is wrong.
and You're raging. Like, what has gone on? I've only been gone for a minute, and now all of a sudden you're trying to tell me that Paul Stanley's solo album is better than Ace Frehley's? You're out of your mind.
It's a better overall record. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bill
right.
Vallow is awesome. That's what I think.
I don't really follow him. I've listened to a few things, but I don't know enough to know to say really much one way or the other.
Really good shit.
I like him. I do. I like that stuff. So who won that last one? Was it Extreme or Motorhead?
Motorhead.
I think Ace Frehley won.
Great.
Ace
What did
Frehley
Ace
always wins.
Nothing.
Okay. So I'm putting Motorhead through against Extreme. So we've eliminated Damn Yankees, Motorhead, Def Leppard, Bon Jovi, Megadeth,
Motorhead.
Black Sabbath. We really have lost it.
Pouring
Okay.
rain outside.
Oh, wow. Look at you. I thought
Yes.
you were sweating from running.
Outside.
All right, next matchup we have Helmet Meantime versus Suicidal Tendencies, the Art of Rebellion.
Oh.
This is a pretty even match here, I think.
Wow.
I'll go with Helmet.
I don't know, man. This is hard. I love both those albums a lot. What are the people saying?
There's an idea. Decibel Geek Marathon, Friday Night Live through Saturday morning.
I think that's where we're headed.
What are you talking about? I'm getting the hell out of here as soon as I can. No.
All right. So if you just think about those two albums, Aaron, which one do you listen to more? That's how I'm going to decide.
Helmet for me. I listen to them both. But I think I'll go back to Helmet a little bit more.
That's where I'm going too.
Ooh,
I love that Suicidal album.
Helmet
I listen to
wins.
Helmet more.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Helmet on this. That's an amazing album. It really is. And I'm telling you, if you don't know that, you need to really listen to that. It's amazing. There's so many good songs on there. It's beyond like just the single, because Unsung is such a great song, and that's the song that made me fall in love with this band. But there's songs on there like Ironhead and He Feels Bad. And I mean, that's an album I actually like, not even right off the top of my head. Like I can name songs off that album because it's so good.
It's an album, right? You put it on, you don't stop it. You go all the way to the end.
Yep. But on the other hand of that, when it pops up, them songs pop up on the shuffle on the iPod too. That's awesome also.
So Helmet moves on.
Yeah.
And you break shit, and you bust shit up, and yeah. It's a violent album.
Get shit done.
Next matchup, we got Body Count, self-titled, versus Warrant Dog Eat Dog.
Oh shit! This ain't any easier.
The two tattooed covers.
Yes.
I'm
One
gonna
human
go,
and one canine.
I'm just gonna jump out and I'm gonna say Warrant. I mean that album is so damn good. So damn.
Yeah, I'll pick Warren as well.
All right, I was gonna go Body Count, but Warrant gets it.
Looks like most of the people are agreeing with that.
Ice motherfucking
Warrant.
T. Come on.
Warrant.
Fucking
Warrant.
late.
Al Horta picked Body Count. Warrant. Aaron East. Warrant.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. Doggy Dog Warrant's best work. I agree. Best
Yeah.
record they ever did. Amazing album. Aaron, it's easy. Warrant.
Nice.
Okay, so
I
Warrant moves
agree.
on. Defeats Ice T. Janie Lane beats Ice T.
Which I mean, can't take nothing away from Body Count though, because that's a killer album, you know, and it's not an easy choice, but I mean, Warrant's Dog Eat Dog is so good, so good.
All right, Aaron, you're going to be sad at the results of this next round, I think. But here we go.
Uh-oh.
Ugly Kid Joe, America's Least Wanted,
Yeah.
versus Rage Against the Machine,
Ooh.
self-titled.
For me personally, this isn't even close. It's not even close.
I agree.
The Ugly Kid Joe album is so much better than the Rage Against the Machine album in so many ways. It's easy. Ugly Kid Joe. Come on. Oh, come on. I say look to the comments, but I'm looking to the comments and it's not looking good.
It's not.
Hey, it looks about even now. It's evening up.
I love that Ron Deemert chimed in with Kiss.
Revenge gets it.
Before you guys choose, I think you need to look at the comments and give the people their due.
Rage.
There's one of these albums that I own and one that I don't.
Ugly Kid Joe. Ugly Kid Joe.
You ought to pick up that Rage Against the Machine CD. You should pick it up and check it out at least. But you really don't own that Ugly Kid Joe album?
No, I never owned any of their stuff.
What?
Hey, after I listened to your show with you and LC, I did go out and download a few songs, like the funky ones, because I like their funky stuff.
Yeah.
But they aren't close to Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, come on.
See, Aaron, you're not the only lush on the stream tonight.
I guess.
All right.
Come on, there's a lot of Ugly Kid Joe votes on there. Like
it looks like I listened to that Rage album 20 times more than I listened to the Ugly Kid Joe album.
That's a problem. That is a problem.
That's not a problem. It's a better record.
No. Rage Against the Machine is, I feel, highly overrated.
Not on that record, they're not.
Man.
All right, Kevin, you're the tiebreaker.
No, it's not Gimmick Rock.
I said Rage.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it. Well, shit.
Well, Ron agrees with you, Aaron.
You saw them and didn't like them. Wow. I thought they were killer live.
Aaron's got his bandana on too tight.
No. Come on.
I had a feeling that would be the result. I mean, come on. That Rage album's better. All right. Rage moves on.
But you've made me a fan, so I do like them now, whereas before I didn't even give them the time of day. So,
Well,
right,
this stinks.
Next matchup, we've got Jackal self-titled.
All right, Jackal, you
versus Motorhead March or Die.
Oh shit!
Do you like how I picked up matchups that would piss you off?
They make my brain tear itself in half.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going Jackal on this one.
I figured you would.
I'm going.
I'm not allowed to vote. I'm not allowed to vote against Motorhead a second time. So I got to go Motorhead.
I'm sorry, Kevin, but I'm going with Jackal on this one. I go back to that record a lot more than I do the Motorhead one. I got to pick Jackal.
It's killer.
It's got great songs on it.
There really isn't a bad song on it. It's one of those damn near perfect albums.
Kind of split on the people's vote.
Pretty even, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty even.
Yeah.
Jackal.
Oh, not Motorhead. No Lemmy love.
What?
I think she's talking about Playgirl or something. Wasn't Jesse Dupree showing his wiener in one of them magazines?
I don't know. How do you know that?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't
Look
know.
up on your
That's
ceiling.
news to me.
So just take your poster up behind you. Don't mean it's not there.
Aaron knows when it will rain.
It's a great song. I'm telling you. So Jackal wins.
Yeah, Jackal wins.
Nice. I tell you a cool story about that album. So when I worked on radio in Wisconsin, and I was kind of young in it, and I was working the AM station, but the afternoon rock guy was Nick Summers, and we were having problems with the tower. We might lose transmission here, and that's funny. I don't know nothing about that, and
Sure.
so he plays the song "She Loves My Cock," and then excuse me, and then shortly thereafter, we lose power. We lose transmission for a minute. And they're like, oh, damn, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And I was like, well, you just played that song, She Loves My Cock. You could say that you got kicked off the air for playing the song. And they were like, that's brilliant. And that's what they did. And I never told anybody this until this day, that that's how that worked out. But at the time, it was a big deal because people were like, whoa, they played that song and the FCC kicked them off the air. And it wasn't really nothing like that. But, they taught me in radio, perception is reality. And that day, it really showed through. And thanks to Jackal for that.
All right, we got 2 matchups left and then the championship.
Revenge.
Boy.
Oh, Helmet, Meantime
Yeah.
versus Warrant, Dog Eat Dog.
No contest. No contest for me.
So what's your pick? Because I don't know.
Helmet.
Really? All right.
I'm going Warrant. I'm going Warrant on this. It's tough. But I'm going to have to. I got to.
The 15-year-old me would have picked Helmet, but the hindsight person that looks back and appreciates both records a lot, I'm going with Warrant. So Warrant's going to move on.
Looks like a good portion of the people making their comments are also voting for Warrant on this one. Which that's a tough call because both albums are amazing in different ways. And I think, you know what? I don't know. 15-year-old me or whatever, however old I was then, 18. No, must have been about 17, I'm guessing. 16, 17 in there. I think at the time, I loved those albums equally. And even today, I think I love them damn near equally. But I just, man, it's hard to fuck with that Warrant album from 92. It's so damn good. And there's so much to it, where Helmet is just balls to the wall all the way through. Heavy, crunchy riffs. Doesn't variate a lot through the album. What's good is good, and they stick right with it. With Warrant, you get a whole lot of play in between, a lot of different styles. Some stuff super heavy, some stuff introspective, some stuff even a little ballady. But you get a whole experience with the Warrant album where, like I said, with the Helmet album, it's just balls to the wall all the way through. Warrant, you get a little more texture, I think, with it.
Yeah, I get that punk rock background, so Helmet was just my shit back then.
It really was mine too. I mean, I remember playing that for my dad. I played Helmet for my dad. It was like, you should like this because you liked Sabbath, and this has got that kind of vibe to it. My dad was even, as stubborn butthole as he always was, he was like, I can dig that, I hear it. I like that.
All right. Well, so we got one more and matchup, and then we go to the final on this one. So we've got Rage Against the Machine self-titled versus Jackal self-titled.
So easy. Jackal.
Yeah, I know. For you it is.
All day, Jackal. So good. I would take, if I was to get in the car right now and had to pick one of those 2 CDs, I'd take Jackal with me. Any other day of the week, I'd take Jackal with me. Anytime over that album. Definitely Jackal all the way. Look at the people. It's all Jackal.
Oh, it's not?
All right. All Jackal and 2 Rages. Come on.
All right. I'm going to call Rage Against the Machine for me.
Come on, Chris. It's down to you. Don't do it. All these people voting for Jackal. Don't let them down.
What do you mean all these? It's pretty fucking split, Aaron. Come on.
No. Cal Hintz, his vote should count twice, I think.
Why? Because he picked what you wanted?
No, because he picked the right answer.
Oh,
He chose correctly. Just like Jim Hamby. Yeah, look.
Ron picked
Rush. What the fuck?
Warren Edward LaRue Baker, yes. JJ McElhenney.
Hey.
If you can't trust anybody, you should trust JJ McElhenney.
All right, Aaron, do you want me to go with peer pressure or do you want me to go with my real feeling?
I want you
Think
to
about this before you answer.
Well, judging by what I picked and what everybody else in Mighty K's
No,
picked,
not judging by that stuff.
I would say go with peer pressure. Definitely. That's what I'm trying to do to you right now.
What's happened to us?
We are peer pressuring you to choose to do the right thing.
Cecil said I should pick Great White. I'm going to pick Great White.
Great White did not put out an album in '92,
I'm
but
gonna go Mitch Malloy.
Jackal did.
Mitch Malloy.
Do it.
I really don't want to pick Jackal because I listen to that Rage album way more than I do that Jackal record. So
Really?
it's my own personal taste. I got to go with Rage.
See,
Well,
Chris picked the right one.
I would, look at people. I blame these two right up here. Right, these guys. We try.
Biohazard.
And we're both from near Kennesaw.
Right. You guys are damn traitors to your
I
own.
respect them, but like, do I go back and listen to the Rage album more than the Jackal album? Yes, way more.
That's why I picked it.
Well, then I would, if I was you, I would look into making some life changes in 2023. It's
Okay.
not too late for you guys.
I gotta take a look at the man in the mirror.
You're looking to grab the CD off the shelf or whatever it may be, or you're gonna, Spotify your stuff or whatever. Stop yourself and go, no, today I'm gonna listen to Jackal. Watch your lives turn around for the better. You guys are
really
going.
You really think so?
I'm trying to help you, Like Aaron Camaro, life coach. Listen to more Jackal.
Aaron Camaro hired by the biggest record company to be a life coach.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, Aaron, but Rage is gonna move on. All right.
Wait a minute. JT's telling me Great White put out Psycho City in 1992. Is that a fact?
I missed that one.
That should be on this because that's a great album too.
Do you really think it would have won though?
I don't think it would have won.
No.
I think Mitch Malloy had a solo album.
I think it's better than Rage Against the Machine, but
No chance.
I take Great White.
You really need to go back and listen to that Rage album, dude. The guitar playing on that's amazing.
I mean, it is, but it's rap. I don't. I like singing.
The joke that will never die.
What was Juice Newton doing in '92?
Look, just because I was camped out in her front yard sitting by her porch doesn't mean anything.
So she had her rap metal album.
She had a restraining order out on me.
Just wait till the next Geek Wire. We're gonna have a serious intervention with Chris Sinzak, and he don't even know what I'm talking about. But you got something coming your way, buddy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Can't wait for this.
You're in big trouble. Next Geek Wire.
I'm in big trouble.
Yeah, Chris Sinzak intervention on the next Geek Wire. Join me. The people will know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes down to it.
Give me a hint.
You're in trouble.
For what?
No,
I don't.
I know you don't know because it's psychological and you don't even realize you're doing it. But it's time to be called out on what you've done.
We'll do it right here in front of a fucking audience. We got 30 whole people watching this thing.
All right, I will. Can you pull up the artwork for the last Geek Wire by any chance?
For the last Geek Wire, sure.
Oh, did he put something in he wasn't supposed to?
Yeah.
Did I fuck up the artwork?
So,
hang on.
Chris Sinzak, I've known for a long time that you're a Tommy Thayer lover, and I know that. I know. Listen, I know he's your guy. I know you love him, but I always thought it would pass. I thought it would pass on its own. I thought it was just a fad. You know how the kids are. They get these fads. The TikTok and all that. The Tommy Thayer, all this.
I'll even pull up the version without the graphic on it so we can look at it in full. Hang on.
Pull it up. All right.
So
this one.
I knew this was a problem for a while, but I didn't want to it up. You know, you're my friend. You're my bro. You know, I see you going through stuff. I go, ooh, this looks like it could be potentially a problem. Chris Sinzak really, really fucking loves Tommy Thayer a lot, you know.
Where do you get that from?
But then this happens, and I go, okay, now it's taken a step over the line, and we need to address this.
Okay.
So we did that last GeekWire episode. Yes, we talked about all of these people in the artwork, except for one. One person did not come up in that entire episode conversation, not even one time, but yet somehow find their way into the artwork that you, Chris Sinzak, put together for the episodes. So now it's time to confront you and say, Chris, you have a problem, man. And we want to see you get some help. Tommy Thayer was not mentioned not once in that episode, but yet you sneak his picture into there because you love Tommy Thayer so fucking much that you can't help yourself but to give him the extra attention that you think he deserves. Why was Tommy Thayer in that artwork?
Because Kiss announced UK tour dates for the End of the Road tour, and last time I checked, he was the lead guitarist for the band, and I used pictures of Paul and Gene pretty much all the time, so I thought I would mix it up more, not because of some undying, unrequited love for fucking Tommy Thayer.
Yep, and this is what happens when you try to have an intervention on a live stream on a Friday night with alcohol involved. Denial! There's a problem. Tommy Thayer lover. Let me ask you, Chris Sinzak, who's the real spaceman?
Ace Frehley.
Okay, yeah, you're saying that now, but you ain't sneaking Ace Frehley's artwork into the episodes.
All right, I've had enough of this nonsense. We're going to take the stream. I can't get called out like that. That's not cool. All right, you're back.
We love you, and
I had to put you in timeout. You do not call me a Tommy Thayer fan. Whoa, what the fuck, Aaron? Kevin just dropped out of the fucking stream.
You want to punish? You see, this is what happens: denial, deflection.
I didn't do that to him.
First you deny, and then you deflect. Oh, now all of a sudden it's Kevin Williams' fault that you're putting Tommy Thayer in the artwork, even though he doesn't deserve to be there. Now what?
Where the fuck did he go? I honestly did not kick him out of the stream. Holy shit. Let me message him and find out where the fuck he is. We have to finish this.
I have several empty beer cans sitting next to me right now.
Oh, there he is. All right, he's back.
You booted me out, man.
Yeah,
I didn't boot you out.
That's what I said. First, it's denial, and then it's deflection. First, it's I didn't do that on purpose, or I had a reason to do that. Then it's deflection. Oh, where did Kevin Williams go? It's the same thing. All these interventions are the same. Denial, deflection, denial. Tommy Thayer lover. You need help, my friend. We love you.
That's harsh.
We love you, and we know you can do better.
I thought you were going to say that you guys talked about Ace, and then you put Tommy Thayer up by mistake.
No, we didn't even mention Tommy Thayer one time in the entire episode, but yet there he is.
I will admit to post every time it's Ace's birthday, I post a picture of Tommy Thayer on Facebook and say happy birthday.
And I laugh every time.
That's what I'm saying. It's not right. It's wrong. This has been a problem for a while.
And every time it's Peter Chris's birthday, I post a picture of Eric Singer. It's like, happy birthday, Peter Chris.
We're never going to make it to the big time.
Well, no, I gave up on that a long time ago. But anyway, Kevin got I did not give him the boot. I don't know what happened there.
Don't look at me. Look at Kevin Williams. He's not even here. Where did he go? Change the conversation. What's up next? I don't know what's happening.
Aaron just passed double digits when it comes to beer.
What are you on number?
4.
Number 5?
5.
Yeah.
I'm on 5 too.
Yep,
all right. So where did we leave off on Bracket Brawl? We have to finish.
I think Revenge won.
Okay, we're in the
we just did the finals and Ugly Kid Joe won the whole thing. It was awesome.
So we're in the championship for round 2. And only on this show would you get this as the final. So we have Warrant Dog Eat Dog versus Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, come on. Really? How does Rage Against the Machine make it this far? Warrant, easy. Done.
I agree. Rage, easy, done.
Oh, snap. Now it comes down to Chris Sinzak and the people. But before you vote, look to the people and see what they're saying. Warrant, 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 warrant.
Rage. Warrant. 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 Rage.
Rage is a little overrated, I think.
Kristen says danger, danger. Did they release the Screwed album that year? Warrant.
That's the one with the monkey on the cover.
If Cherry Pie had been on that album, maybe Warrant would say it. No, come on, Cherry Pie sucks.
Oh, see, no, you got it wrong there. That tells me that you've never listened to this album. Because if you had, you'd know that this is easily the best thing Warrant did.
Tracy, why are you saying I'm wrong, Aaron's right for Warrant? I haven't even voted yet.
Give him a chance, because you know why? This comes back to the Tommy Thayer stuff. People don't trust you. They don't trust you when you do stuff like that.
You're making me not want to vote for Warrant purposely for how you're acting right now. I'm just saying.
Wait, oh no, Tommy Thayer's fucking awesome is all I'm saying. And
I'm not saying that. I never said that.
I love Tommy Thayer. Vote for Warrant.
No, you don't.
He's awesome.
If I go back to what I listened to more lately, I'm going to go with Warrant.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck if you think I love Tommy Thayer or not. I'll vote for Warrant.
You know what? Since you voted for Warrant, I don't even care that you love Tommy Thayer. You Tommy Thayer.
I don't love Tommy Thayer. Fuck off.
Love him.
This isn't cool, man. First Juice Newton bullshit. Now I got to deal with Tommy Thayer jokes. Come on, man. What the fuck?
I'd rather be known as a Juice Newton lover.
I would. To be quite honest, I would. All right. Let's get this over with.
Okay.
Kevin, you had no idea what you're signing up for, did you?
Nope.
Ralph and Ian, knock it off. No, we haven't said any mama or dick jokes yet. So.
But we drank more than those guys combined, I think.
Yeah, I think
Ralph
we have
and Ian
tonight.
Where are Ralph and Ian on Warrant, I wonder?
I
know where they are on Poison.
I don't know.
Juice Newton versus Tommy Thayer. Juice Newton.
Okay. You know what? I call that progress, my friend. It's good to see you try.
Fuck off. All right. So now we have the winner of round 1 versus the winner of round 2. We have Warrant Dog Eat Dog.
Okay.
Versus Pantera Vulgar Display of Power.
Damn.
This is the grudge match of 1992. What do you got?
I'm going to put myself out of it right now. For me, which of these do I go back to more often? Which one do I get the most pleasure from listening to?
This is really hard.
It is really hard. I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to say Warrant. I'm going with Warrant.
I'm going to say Pantera.
It's all on you.
Oh, man, fuck you, Kevin. Why do you have to...
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy if you go with the people here.
I haven't even looked at the people yet.
It's very, very one-sided.
Think about how influential and what that album meant in 1992, man. Pantera.
Don't think about how influential
it's not about that, though.
Think about what that album meant to you personally.
It's about what I go back to more often in this moment.
Okay. All right. That's interesting right there, because what could it be? I know you have a ton of respect for Pantera, and
I love both of these records. Might be my top 2 records of 1992. Like for real.
For real. Yeah, for real. I could see that definitely. Other than, don't call an Ugly Kid Joe, or just that one really. That's the only other one I'd put up here.
Yeah, Al. I always get shafted. It's not fucking cool. And then get called a Tommy Thayer lover. Dick.
This is the punishment.
Fuck, what do I pick here? This is hard.
Let's look. What are the people saying?
It's a mix.
Let them help you. Revenge.
Yeah, Kiss Revenge. I should just go with that, right?
They're all bitching that Ugly Kid Joe didn't make it, as far as I can tell.
The fucked up thing is like this might like the Warren album might be the rock album I go to the most, and the Pantera album was probably the metal album I go to the most. So it's kind of like pick your poison here. Which Poison didn't release a record in 1992. But,
Good thing, or we'd be in all kinds of trouble.
But Native Tongue came out the next year, right?
Yeah, we don't talk about that here.
Not yet, not this time.
I'm gonna piss off a few people, but I gotta go with something. The one I listen to the most, I'm gonna go with Warrant, Dog Eat Dog.
Wow. I like it. So Warrant is
I can't believe I'm doing that.
Wow.
Warrant
That's
is
the final match.
Yeah, Warrant, Dog Eat Dog wins the battle for 1992 over Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power.
You know what? But you can't complain too much because there was a lot of people that voted for Warrant all the way through this thing. And, there's no denying that Dog Eat Dog is probably one of the most underrated albums ever released. Ever.
It's a good album. It is a good album. You guys turned me on to it, so thank you.
Especially in 1992 when the shit was new, when it was happening. I was jamming on it. I had some friends that were jamming on it, but you know what? Most of my friends were listening to Pantera, to be honest with you.
I should have gone Chad Hill's way and picked White Lion to win.
You know what? If you don't like it, I challenge you. Go listen to Warrant, Dog Eat Dog from beginning to end, all the way through, from start to finish, and you will have new appreciation for that album. And then when you're done, if you want to learn something more about that album, go back in the Decibel Geek archives and check it out when we talked to Michael Wagner, the producer on that album, that gave us so much insight into what it took to make that masterpiece. And even though it's maybe not as revered as Rage Against the Machine or Pantera or all these albums nowadays, you got to love it because it's such a killer album. You might be in on something that you don't even know. It's good stuff.
Yeah, Mitch Malloy was the real winner here. All right. Well, we went way over time, but we did a double bracket brawl, and I think it was fun.
All right. A lot of fun. Yeah. Last one of 2022. We hope to do a whole bunch more of these in 2023.
Happy New Year, everybody. Kevin, thanks for coming on. Check out In Obscuria podcast. Comes out every Friday. A lot of deep dives into stuff you've never heard of, but will love.
It'll make you smart.
And we'll be doing, hopefully be doing more Friday Night Lives as we go forward, because this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
It's a blast. Thank you guys for having me on.
Happy New Year's, everybody. Goodbye to 2022. Hello to 2023. This was a lot of fun tonight. Thank you to everybody that participated with us. You guys are all awesome. We love you so much. And, man, yeah, this was a lot of fun. Drank a lot of beer, smiled, laughed. That's what it's all about. Hopefully we carry this attitude on into the new year where we're all having a good time and all enjoying the rock and the metal that's coming our way in the future as we look back to the past and recognize the legends as well. Love you guys. Chris Sinzak, Kevin Williams, myself, Aaron Camaro. See you next time.